Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Lakers allowed 72 points in the paint against San Antonio. James off the window. But it rolls to Marshall, who's on the move here, 5-on-4. Hayes knocks it away. Ravi to James, 3-on-1 developing. Jackson Hayes, big finish.
That pass was well too high for Jalen Williams. 4-on-3, Kuzma, good from downtown. And Mark Dagnall needs time.
Did people know where the phone booth is anymore?
You know what?
Well, he's right there.
Topic! That's his NBA moment. First field goal of his career.
Here's Eichel. Now Paige Thompson. Backhand shot up top. He scores! Here comes Jack Hughes. Hughes dropping it back off the point behind the back. Matthews to Chuck. Back to Jack Hughes. Nelson score! Wow! Jack Eichel off the Matthews. Score! Second power play goal for the United States. It is now 5-1.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah? Just hanging out?
Yeah.
Just having a good time?
Yes.
We went triple heads today.
Yes, we have a three-headed monster.
We do. We do have a three. We got Verghese on a Friday, which we love.
I should put him on my side, but it's okay. I'll rock with him on your side because, like I said, not to go Charlie on a Friday. That's a band. That's a little boy band, by the way.
I don't know that one.
They have a couple good songs.
Charlie on a Friday?
Yeah. Zoe likes this song called Warning Shot and After Hours. I think it's Charlie on a Friday.
Is it like a little kids?
No, I would definitely not call them like.
Okay. So it's not like four
They're
kids
like
music.
in sync minus like 3 people.
Okay.
I think there's only 2 of them.
Okay.
I don't know. It's Charlie on a Friday, right?
Yeah, it's all like one word though, apparently, which is weird.
Yeah. So
Those
anyway,
dang Gen Zers.
yeah, she likes this song called Warning Shot, and
Oh, he's like a TikTok guy.
is that where he started?
Yeah, it says rise to fame is TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you Maddie.
Okay.
I should put him on my side. I should definitely put Maddie on my side and give you. I know you think this is Denzel Washington.
I don't think it's Denzel Washington.
You did. I said this is not Denzel Washington.
No.
Do you know who this is?
I didn't know who it was right off the rip, but I didn't think it was Denzel.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You're like, oh, that's the Equalizer.
Not every black person looks like Denzel. I know that. I know what Denzel looks like. Very familiar with Denzel.
I should flip flop him, but
you know who he does kind of look like, though.
Verghese did let you in after hours to watch events, so I think it's okay for you to have him. Plus, it's Black History Month, and I'll share him because Verghese had crossover.
He also invited me to his big birthday party, too.
Yeah, and do you know the real reason why he's here today?
What's
it's not
that?
just because he's a Friday guy.
It's because Nebraska baseball opens today, and little nephew's playing.
Yes, indeed, Mad Max.
That's right.
So we get Maddie, Jeep Wade, because I feel like all we've talked about indirectly, directly is O-line.
A lot of O-line this week.
A lot of
O-line this week.
So I brought my man GP Dub. That's Jeep with a G.
Mm-hmm. Middle name Pillow.
Yeah, I get it. Old mattress factory.
It's all good.
And one Roy, don't call me Danny Manning.
So I will say I did think I knew it wasn't this person. I did think it kind of looked like the old Texas receiver, Andre Johnson.
Hurricanes?
Yeah. Like it kind of.
Is Andre Johnson an HOFer?
He was pretty good, man.
Dude,
here's the problem though.
Andre Johnson might be the great. This isn't hyperbole.
Yeah.
Might be the greatest underrated wide receiver in NFL history.
So here's the problem with Andre Johnson.
Hey, the stats will hold up to anything you want to put it to.
Not about the stats. It's about. This is the argument I was making with Austin last week.
Wait a minute. You guys just randomly were talking about Dre Johnson?
No, we were talking about Hall of Famers.
Oh.
And
sorry.
because he's a big Panthers fan, so he was excited about Luke Kuechly getting in. I get Luke Kuechly was great.
One thing I will rock with AJ about,
Yeah,
is even though he's a pup,
Mhm.
he's a very good Berean. So
yeah, he does his research. He does a good job.
He does research.
Yeah.
So he has range. So I don't question whether he's valid enough where I won't say, "Oh, did you even watch?" You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's
So
some people you're like when I talk about Larry Bird, you're not like, you weren't even alive for most of Larry Bird. I went back and watched Larry Bird.
There are just some people that like talk about things, and I'm like,
You don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, and you're regurgitating what somebody you like said.
Yeah, it's like you saw a TikTok of this guy, and they said something about him, and now you're saying it again.
Yeah. Severe said it. It must be true. That's my favorite. Severe is living his best life. I meant to call him today. He is a tremendous beneficiary of people getting him in small doses. So it plays to his strengths too, because he doesn't have to be knee and elbow deep in sports, because he could probably take or leave most sports.
I think he got a little burned out with it.
He likes what he likes.
Yeah, he loves football.
And you can consult with him, and he can stay right dab smack. And he doesn't have to, like, I mean, if he wants to lay out and like a fool, he just can. This is like,
you mean he could?
I mean, I guess he does have BRW. He does have Big Red Wrap Up, but
he does. But apparently, he could just come on places and be like, "Yeah, Coach Ross was going to practice." So
he's never. Listen,
he never would have said that when he was on the air every
That's
day.
not true.
You don't think so?
So Severe and I have had some classic back and forth.
I mean, you know better than I do. So
I mean, some big brother, little brother,
yeah,
type stuff, and he knows me like the back of his hand. We were in studio one time. This was after the show. This isn't even one of the times he got mad and left, because he did that like once or twice. I can't even remember what I did, but anyway.
He did one. We were doing a crossover. You and I was in there.
Oh yeah,
and he just pieced out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's the sequence.
One thing he never caved on.
Yeah.
And I think he really wanted to. I don't know who his favorite wrestler is, but he likes to see me suffer, so he probably would have put me in like the figure four.
Yeah.
But he would have figure four leg locked me over me, even insinuating that Frost could come around.
Well, Severe and I have that in common.
I would say things like,
well, if he does this, this, and this.
I'm like, he can surround himself with people like this. He can do this. He has this skills. And he would give me the infamous Michael Severe look, and he'd say,
sure.
What if he's just not capable? And I was like, it's awful early in people's lives to be boxing them in. And I think he used to get very upset with the fact that my glass stayed half full.
Yeah. I mean, so.
And I even knew, and I was with him.
Yeah.
During the times where I said, hey, guys, be careful. The anointed one, that you be careful about coming back to home.
Yeah.
This, don't do the savior thing. And yeah, so I think he would fight me over that. But he's living his best life because he gets to get in and get out.
Yeah.
Right. You're not oversaturated with him. He can
drop some bombshells and not really have to deal with the fallout.
He'll say anything.
Yeah.
Although I do feel bad because he actually got me my script for the Jet Awards 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, that's early,
bro.
That's like a couple months early, right?
You think that dude is not learning on the fly? That is a very stressful job he has.
Oh yeah. I mean, I see him. I feel bad because everyone, like a couple times over the last few years when I've gone, I've had to text him about stuff on the day of, and I feel terrible because I know what he's like. I get there pretty early. I know what he's kind of going through. You see him running around. I will say though, gets back to me right away, which I always appreciate.
He don't play. He's very, very, very
he's dialed
good in that. But it's just fun to watch him evolve because the whole parenting thing, like your kids get to be a certain age, but
I'm trying to decide what suit I want to wear to the Jet Awards this year.
I actually agreed to say yes to a speaking event that is making me a little nervous.
Ooh, where's that?
And that never happens.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty good at talking. So you're pretty comfortable with it, like
100%.
So where's that? That's
in
making
Lincoln.
you nervous.
And my buddy Chris Loof asked me, the keynote speaker. It shall remain. It's on. I think it's April 23rd. And it actually has kept me up at night a little bit.
Get a little butterflies in the stomach.
I feel like the overseer of the event is very professional. So I get emails like, "Hey, keynote topic, duration 60 minutes. Here's the honorarium. Here.
Oh,
like we'd like a headshot." I'm like, I said I'm in. I know you probably got to do a flyer. Relax. There's a couple of different things I could talk about. Let me just chill.
Yeah.
So part of it is me. But anyway, back to the Hall of Fame thing with AJ.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he obviously really loves Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly made the Hall of Fame. I don't have anything against Luke Kuechly.
We argued about this.
And and I have a
and I told you were.
You told me I'm nuts,
crazy.
and that's fine.
Bat bleep crazy.
And I'm not even arguing that under the current standards of the Hall of Fame that Luke Kuechly shouldn't get in. My argument is we need to be stricter about the Hall of Fame. Maybe there's other designations, either within the Hall of Fame or whatever.
Like short career spectacular?
Yeah, like the supernova, like just like, hey, super bright for a little bit of time, like the Sandy Koufax of it all. Like there's
shout out supernovas.
Tough 5-setter last night. That was rough.
Yeah. I got a buddy whose cook was on their flight the other day coming back from Scottsdale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's very present. I like having him around.
He's got family down there.
Yeah. I mean, at the supernova stuff, he's always around. But like I have and most of this is I'm traumatized by the Basketball Hall of Fame, which sucks.
It's arguably the worst.
It's not arguable. It is by far the worst.
It's not getting revamped though. But can I just say this before you get on your little thing?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm out of bar soap.
You should probably go buy some.
I know. I don't know what I've been doing where I could get down to my last sliver of bar soap.
Usually you have a bunch.
100%. Yeah, I've sent you pictures.
Yeah, like usually you've got like lots of options, and not just like you got options too.
Yeah, man.
You're like all the way out.
Been a bad 2 months.
Dude, it's tough out here.
It is. All right. I will say this. Basketball doesn't claim to only have the best players in the Hall of Fame. Basketball has the loosest kind of, that fits Hall of Fame people in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Basketball it's certainly not baseball.
No, baseball is very strict. They have very
and which is still messy.
Yes, there's still issues with it.
Even football has said, you know what? After this last round, we're going to have to revamp some things.
Sure. Yeah, the voting system's weird.
Now they're looking at revamping it. So I will at least in basketball acknowledges what it is. It's not the greatest.
Which is totally fair, but it's I'm still going to identify it as the worst. And baseball I think is the best in terms of their criteria, even though I still have issues with like some of the morality police amongst the voters.
Shane, I need you to Google Duke Cannon for me while we're talking. Duke Cannon bar soap.
Oh, I don't use the bar soap, but I use the they've got a body wash that I use. Duke Cannon.
Really?
Yeah. I just started.
You don't strike me as a big hygiene guy.
I mean, I do shower.
Well, I don't mean that.
Apparently, it's a big ass lump of coal soap.
Is it black?
It's just in a box. I don't know.
I got a white basin, so I don't know.
They got pine stuff, so some of it's yellow.
Pine?
Yep.
Oh, walk around smelling like pine.
They got a badass brick of soap. That's blue. They got a peppermint bark. That's lavender, maybe.
Dude, my mouth rinse is peppermint. I am over it.
They got a bourbon soap.
I hate bourbon.
It's a big ass brick of bourbon soap.
Oh, look, there's the high functioning alcoholic. He smells like bourbon. And I'm gonna look over my shoulder and I'll be like, I don't even drink bourbon.
You're like, that's how you know it's the soap. If they had tequila flavor or scented soap,
that would be
we'd be in some trouble.
What time is it? What time is it?
Be harder to tell the difference.
My bad. What up, Joe Good? All right, so go back to the Hall of Fame.
So I
Who
would
make soap.
I would like.
Wait, E, you make soap? A lot of people make soap now these days, but not. I don't know any dudes that make soap.
Here's my other issue is so I know like a lot of
Is
people.
he a health nut? Does he have skin allergies?
I know some people that like make their own deodorant and stuff too that are like, hey, like I don't want all these chemicals and stuff and whatever. It's like the chemicals are what make you not smell bad.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I figured that out.
Okay.
This is way TMI.
Yeah.
But I have some deodorant that I got from a fragrance store.
Okay.
And you know me, I understand what I'm dealing with. The more scented it is, the more.
Yeah, the more it's gonna dry you out, more alcohol's in there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Probably not great for you.
But it smells good though, man.
So, it was over the weekend. So it's Saturday before. Oh, it's Carolina Duke. So it's that week.
Oh, so that was just last week.
Yeah. So I'd been fairly active.
Mhm.
You know, I get in at least no less than 2 a day, even on the weekend.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell this story. Sometimes I get caught. Everybody loves story time with DB.
Yes.
So I'm getting ready for the game, and yes, I want to shower before the game because I'm gonna settle in for the night.
Okay.
So it's like when I go to work, even if I left here.
Mhm.
And let's say I got to go to Nebraska City.
Yeah.
What am I going to go home and do?
You're gonna go shower before.
I'm going to go shower before I go.
Okay, reset your day.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm resetting. I wait till the last minute on the road. Like, it's just what I do.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. So I'm like, is that me?
You feel like you're smelling a little funky?
It wasn't funky. It was very I can't really describe it, which isn't really the point.
Okay.
But I was like, so I'm in a hooded sweatshirt and a long sleeve tee, and I'm like, listen, I'm like Bella, like I'm like, so I got to this part and I'm like, I don't know if my deodorant is working.
Okay.
It was very neutral.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It wasn't like perspiration or sweat. Because even when
it wasn't like stank.
I probably have to ask somebody else, but kind of notoriously, I'm not a bad sweater. Even when I sweat, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Good pheromones, whatever. So I went back to do an experiment.
Okay.
So Zoe likes to draw, so she has all these pads. So what do? I have 3 different deodorants. So I just streaked them on the
pad.
Yeah. So I go and shower, do my thing. I wait it was after the Duke game, so it was at least 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I don't know how these people that make deodorants pass the test, but I do get when people market their deodorants away to say, hey, 24-hour perspiration, because 2 of the strips smelled like nothing. I'm like, where did the smell go?
Yeah.
I'm legit. Like
they're gone.
Nothing.
3 hours gone.
Yep. Nothing. One was super fragrancy.
Yeah.
But not known for making deodorants. I think it was a byproduct of that particular business entity.
Sure.
One is for women, and I like it, but it's bottom shelf.
Yeah.
It is it is closest to my shoe tops when I buy it, which means probably not great. And then the one that I actually do like, that's also women's, was the one Going Strong. I'm like, I need that one, but it's the thinnest and skinniest one of them all. It's not a short fatty; it's a long thinny.
Oh, okay.
So I, of course, I critique that. So anyway, back to Duke Cannon.
Yeah, no, I use a little Duke Cannon every once. I just started.
How do I not know what Duke Cannon is?
It's a newer brand.
Newer?
Yeah. It's relatively new.
Scott's older than me. How is he into fragrance?
That and Dr. Squatch is pretty new.
Dr. Squatch.
Yeah, like Sasquatch, Dr. Squatch. I don't know why it's called that. It's just that's the name of it. I see a lot of commercials for it.
All right, back to the NBA Hall of Fame.
It's
Earthy. I'm with you, Todd. That's a good term.
It's by far the worst.
I would never gatekeep Black history. I would not.
Why did he think you were gatekeeping Black history?
Because he thought I was gatekeeping being black when I was trying to kick Rico out. I wasn't even trying to kick Rico out. I didn't know that Rico had brother in him. I knew he had Puerto Ricano in him.
Yeah. Also has brother in him.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen, man. I still love Rico. Everybody love everybody.
That's my guy Puerto.
Even though I had a psycho moment this morning.
Oh, what'd you do?
So either psycho or equalizer.
Okay.
I set my bathroom lighting on a timer.
Mm-hmm.
And I must have hit 15 and not 20.
Oh, you ran out of time?
But it went dark. And I was like, oh, shoot, Friday the 13th, somebody got me. It's either Norman Bates coming home or the Russian dude was like, who are you? And McCall's like, everybody wants to know. So I was waiting to hear like shower or sink water running, and I was like, "Yeah, today's a good day to die."
He's like, "Oh, is it just you?"
Well, nobody's up. Like it was like a Christmas carol. Like not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Even the dogs that went back to bed, they got out at like 5:10. Yeah, so the lights went out. I was like, "Oh shoot!"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Can I fight naked?" I would though.
I mean, you can.
No, that's ridiculous.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
How do you?
I'm saying if it's somebody attacks you naked, you got to fight naked.
Yeah,
like
so
the
lights went out, and I had a pause moment. I was like, huh.
You can't just be like, "Excuse me, serial killer, can I get myself together?"
Yeah.
That's not how it goes.
You know that's why I keep my shower shoes right outside the shower.
So you just ready to.
So I don't have to be barefoot. It's on and popping. Anyway, back to the dude. I'm crazy. It's no question. It's Friday.
I would like Hall of Fame criteria to be stricter. I think So this was the argument.
You can't be using Kuechly as your hill to die on.
He's not my hill to die on. He's just an example of what I think part of the issue is. I'm not saying he's not a Hall of Famer. What I'm saying is there needs to be strict, like under current criteria, he's absolutely a Hall of Famer.
Todd gives me these laughing emojis. Do you think is he laughing at me or is he like on my team?
I think he's on your team. I think Todd likes us.
I'm very transparent, you guys.
I think we'll get Todd a Team DB
No,
shirt.
Juan, I don't like Norbit. It was a terrible movie.
Like I sit here and I go, I would part of this is
Joe Good messing with us?
Probably. If he says Levante David shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, he might get kicked out the club.
No, he said Sue.
I know. I saw that one, but I was using David as like the next thing that he might say as a hot take.
I'm gonna hold that. Shane, you're gonna have to bold that for a second. We're gonna have to come back to that. Finish your story, please.
So the history of these games matters to me. And at some point,
Cologne. Come on, Monk. Are we being serious?
At some point, we're going to go and we're not going to have the correct context for some of these players' career. That's part of the reason the NBA is such a problem, because I think I used this example. At some point, somebody's going to look back at Karl Malone's career and think he was one of the best players that ever lived because they didn't watch him and they're just looking at, well, he's Hall of Fame and he's got this and he's got that and he's got all these numbers. And anybody who watched Karl Malone never thought he was one of the best players alive. Never.
Larry Miller might have.
Well, wrong.
Well, he's there. He was their owner, so I mean, he might be a little
biased. Like, so that's
Karl. I'm not gonna.
So Karl Malone.
I'm not gonna skirt the discussion.
Karl Malone's a Hall of Famer.
Can I just get something?
Yeah.
Where is Karl Malone in power forwards of all time? 5, 8, 9, 10?
Probably between 5 and 10.
So if he's between 5 and 10 power forwards of all time, of all time,
4, 6, 8.
Like 12. He's certainly a Hall of Famer. That's not the point about Karl Malone.
Okay.
The point about Karl Malone is without the proper context.
It's a great jersey, by the way.
Thank you. I like it.
You got that from TikTok?
Mm-hmm. Super cheap.
TikTok has
dude, that's like stitched on here. It's nice.
Listen, TikTok has a food splatter that you add water to for the microwave, and it looks so sensational. And I had to catch myself and say, how often do I really heat in the microwave, though?
I'll say for me, it'd be great because I use the microwave all the time. But you don't use the microwave hardly ever.
But the example they used was for rice.
Oh, you do love rice.
Rice like.
That's not even the listener I would have gone to. Anyway, so my concern about this, is
I am so sorry.
Without proper context, which is why I'm okay with like levels in a Hall of Fame. I'm okay with really restricting who gets in, but I need there to be some sort of I know that's yes, yeah, that's I know. Barry G, no, I don't. If we're talking, so, wow, you just got paid for that. He says Karl Malone on the Mount Rushmore of top power forwards ever. No, I don't think he's in the top 4.
That is not the Shane. Look who that is. Do you remember him? Shane is a day oneer.
Yeah? Old school?
I'm talking 2012, 2013.
Oh, that's back. That is like day one.
I've met this guy.
Really?
Yes. Unbelievable. Are you just now coming around? Anyway, keep going.
So,
dude, by the way, can I just ask this to Shane? Hold your thought.
Go ahead.
Shane, which do you think is more prevalent? Beans and rice or sticky rice?
I don't like beans.
Oh, my God. Just answer the goddamn question.
Well, I'll go sticky rice then.
It's not about like. Which one is more
popular outside of your own opinion?
Which one do you have a quicker
sticky rice?
That's a lie.
Beans and rice is more common.
Okay, that's why
beans and rice is
that's
more
why
common.
I'm a slip, or I guess I apparently did. But
yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, no.
Okay, carry on.
I need there to be some sort of official historical record that makes these distinctions, because I can't just sit here and yell at people. I mean, I can and I will, but I shouldn't have to just sit here and yell at people, then convince people that never watched Karl Malone play to be like, he was never, I get that he's got 2 MVPs. Nobody ever thought he was the best player in the league.
Okay.
Not a soul.
Okay.
Right? So, like, I need more context. That somebody asked if he's on the Mount Rushmore of power forwards. I don't think he is. I'm taking Dirk over him. I'm taking Tim Duncan over him, depending if you want to put Tim Duncan at power forward or center. I tend to put him at power forward. I'm taking KG over Karl Malone. I'm taking Charles Barkley over Karl Malone. I might take Kevin McHale over Karl Malone. Where are we putting Giannis? Is he a power forward? I'm taking him over Karl Malone. So I'm at 7 now.
And you're not even getting to like Earl Bate.
Like I'm not even going old school yet.
Yeah, there's lots.
You know, like I could go.
I understand.
I could go Bob Pettit.
I understand.
And like I'd probably say Bob Pettit's probably a better player than Karl Malone, right?
Understand.
So that's the high end version of the argument, but that trickles down to kind of these fringe guys on the Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame scale, right? So like I need there to be better context. Otherwise, and I don't know why I care about this, but I do. 50 years from now, people won't be able to tell the difference between a Karl Malone and a Tim Duncan and whoever else, right? Like I need the people who are keeping the records for our sports to do better, because it genuinely bothers me.
I understand.
Like it's part of the like at some point you're going to look and you're not going to be able to tell that Steph Curry was at one point the most frightening person in basketball. Like there was a time where people were.
You don't think so?
Not just by the numbers. The numbers are great.
Oh, okay. So you have a captive audience problem, not a Hall of Fame problem.
No, but what I'm saying is because of the captive audience, the people keeping the historic records have an obligation to make distinctions.
I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Take up your sword and go all Ravi. William, there couldn't be anything more contrarian than Ravi, Lulla, and William Wallace in the same sentence. But wow, I'm sorry. You know what I mean.
My mom's part Welsh. I think the Welsh and Scottish both had beef with the English, so there's some overlap there.
Ravi.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Did you get your jewels back?
No, you know what I was super mad about? So
don't you have a list?
England had a British or an Indian prime minister for like 15 minutes, and he didn't give any of our stuff back. Like we had.
I will never take my freedom.
Like we finally had the opportunities. They They ruled over India for however many 100 years.
Oh.
We finally got free about 80 years ago. We finally got one of us in charge over there. And he's like, nah, I can't have your stuff back.
I can't even remember what I was going to say. I apologize.
Come on, Rishi. What are we doing?
I apologize.
It's all good. You told me I needed to take up my sword. And
yes, for Hall of Famers on the optics of voting. Because, oh, my God.
This is why I care about these things, though. Like,
you like to see. I need a Kleenex.
To give context, that's why I care about these things. It's not about gatekeeping Luke Kuechly or whatever. It's that at some point, these are going to be the best records we have of who mattered in this game. And if you let the wrong people in or don't, honestly, what I would prefer rather than letting people in versus not letting people in is if they had a tiered system within the Hall of Fame where it's just like, hey, these are unequivocally like best players of their era. No one questioned it. Like that's tier 1.
I think you need players, not voters,
to make these distinctions
because
or be part of the conversation.
Because they're the ones that carry the message.
Sure, I'm fine with that. Like if you want to make players part of this process, like if we do a tiered system, like I'm talking about, you can let Luke Kuechly in, but you can't put him.
I just can't believe
Luke Kuechly is a bad example. Like,
so can I just ask something?
Sure.
And I'm gonna date you, but it's dating me too.
Okay.
I'm biased because I pay close attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Gale Sayers being in the Hall of Fame or Luke Kuechly?
There is none. In my opinion, there's not.
Okay. Arguably the greatest, one of the greatest, or the most feared during their era.
Yeah.
Does it need a specific time period?
So that's why the tiered system is better than leaving guys out. I will admit that. Because there is
because
because you can give context to, hey, they had super bright peaks, just didn't have longevity.
All right, so let me ask you something.
I'm okay with that being a category in the Hall of Fame.
What about Patrick Willis?
Patrick Willis is a great example.
I know. Do you know why I use Patrick Willis?
Because he was really great for a brief period of time.
And what else?
He was full on crazy.
No, he was a Niner.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Like, so you have to pull.
Absolutely. And if you
Patrick
said
Willis was an absolute menace, a guy that had 227 tackles in a year at Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. And if you tell me because he did not have the longevity and he falls in the same category as Luke Kuechly, he can't be in the Hall of Fame, I would say I understand.
Was Karl Malone one of the best players of his era?
One of, yes.
Does that matter?
Yes, it does. I think being one of the best players of your era matters. I understand. This is why I said, like, Luke Kuechly isn't the point. He's kind of a symptom of the system that I think is broken. If I could get them to do, like, categories within the Hall of Fame, I'm cool. Like, Patrick Willis and Luke Kuechly and Gale Sayers all belong in this super.
If I have to eat Reggie Jackson, you have to eat Luke Kuechly.
That you don't like Reggie Jackson? I mean, I know you don't like Reggie Jackson, but, like, what
Reggie? I don't know Reggie Jackson, and outside of the interview I heard him do.
Oh, you're saying he's overrated?
2 years ago. Again, I didn't bat an eye at Beltran being in the Hall of Fame. Do you know why? Because I've always compared Beltran to Reggie Jackson. Beltran is a better Reggie Jackson.
I would agree. Reggie Jackson, for his prowess, is overrated.
But for the era, okay, he's in. But we look at it historically like, oh, my God. No, this guy had like 6 great months.
Sure.
So, like,
listen, I'm here for that argument. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, it's Reggie Jackson. He has to be in. I understand what you're saying. And if we're going to be more selective, there's certain guys in the Reggie Jackson mold that get left out, and I'm fine with that. I'm better with we create like
that's not Joe Good. Hear my heart. You're pulling a captain or a game dog here. I'm not saying that Beltran should be in the Hall of Fame. What I'm saying is if Reggie Jackson is in the Hall of Fame, Carlos Beltran belongs in the Hall of Fame.
We'll do a little comparison here real quick.
Dude, I'm just
I believe you're very, very close.
In my sleep.
Yeah. I think I'm not arguing with it. I'm just going to give specific examples for people who are questioning it here.
So what? DK, like Reggie Jackson at 500. Oh, I get it. So did Dave Kingman. Like, what are we talking about?
So Reggie Jackson's got him on the homers.
So what's the difference? HP, and this is my boy. If he'd have picked a better lunch spot the other day, I would have went to eat. What's the difference between Jim Rice and Reggie Jackson?
That's a good question. Let's look up our guy, Jim Rice. Jim Rice was one of the most feared hitters of the 80s, by the way. Right?
In the 70s.
70s. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, my dad was a huge. What? See, this is what Joe Good, I love you. See, this is my Cuba Gooding, Jerry Maguire moment. TP, militant, but I still love you. I still love you, TP. Joe Good, I love you, but don't get the 500 thing. We have to evolve.
Yeah, we
have to evolve.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it, and I love the sport. Baseball is staunch on the numbers, but that can't be your William Wallace.
No, you can't make your last stand there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Reggie Jackson and Carlos Beltran have almost identical OPSs.
I'm sorry?
Reggie Jackson and Carlos Beltran have almost identical OPSs.
You think I don't know that?
I'm just saying, like, that's a number that I think gives you a better picture of who they were as a hitter than, he's got 130 more home runs.
Yeah. No, I know.
Like,
and guess who had huge postseasons?
Carlos Beltran.
He
had the best.
And nobody calls Beltran Mr. October.
He had the best. I think he had the best, one of the best postseasons I've ever seen in 2004 when he was with the Astros. And he is just tearing through. And they don't make the World Series, so people forget about it. But when he got traded to the Astros
pick
in 2004.
Pick a team in his postseason.
No,
you want Cardinals, Carlos Beltran?
Yeah, give me his little Cardinals.
Yeah, I'll give you hosing a guy at home.
Yeah.
And then having game winners and extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Do you know who he did that against?
Dodgers.
That would be the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking Dodger killer.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know how we got on this, but I'm very particular about when we just arbitrarily pick a guy because we like him or we don't like him. The thing that we have to be careful of is you got to be linear across the board. Just be consistent with it.
That's why if I keep Luke Kuechly out, I got to keep Patrick Willis out, and I'm fine with that. Like, I understand
You
that.
can't keep Patrick Willis out of the Hall of Fame.
Okay, then we need another wing where it says bright but short. Just like our guy Shane over here, bright but short.
There's nothing about Shane that is short.
That is bright. I'm always smiling,
Shane,
and I'm always saying good
I just
morning.
talked about your aptitude. Like I think you're a bright dude.
Yeah.
I think who gave our producer a shout out yesterday that we talked to? Shout out to your producer.
Oh, I don't remember.
Somebody we talked to.
I have no.
Yeah,
was it yesterday?
You, Shane.
Was it yesterday?
Oh, that was nice of them.
It was Benny Mac.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Benny Mac.
Well, Benny Mac appreciates a producer. You know, he understands some of the behind the scenes work.
Yeah, he's pretty smart.
You know,
need people like me.
Traven, good to see you this morning. I need somebody with a cool name so I can stop saying like BG and Joe Good and
Dank.
Yeah, Dank. Shane, I am glad you recovered from yesterday. I
agree, Kobe. Longevity does matter. That's why, I need a separate category. I need a separate category.
I'm not going to push back on that.
It does matter.
I'm not going to push back on that. I do think availability and ability. But again,
that's part of it, though. You know what I mean? It's part of it.
Yes.
But I do understand there should be a way to recognize these people that were dominant in their era.
Kobe's too young. No, he's not. So it's not my argument,
and
I'm not even gonna go William Wallace because I want my bowels.
That's a tough way to go.
Oh, so bad. It does matter, but there's always Emmitt Smiths of the world.
Sure, you've got compilers. You got through Frank Gore's of the world where you're like, top
so, you know what I mean?
7 running back?
So I have to
Frank Gore is a great example of this. Emmitt Smith is harder because you stylistically don't like him as much. But like Frank Gore is a good example. Was Frank Gore ever one of the top 7 running backs in the league?
No. Ever?
Maybe at his peak. He cracked that a couple times.
I'm not.
Probably never a top 5 guy, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to push back on that.
So, but Frank Gore has incredible longevity and an incredible ability to accumulate stats, right? I think he's like 4th all time in rushing yards now. And so, like, yes, longevity matters, but it's not the only thing that matters. Like his peak, Frank Gore's peak was never high enough to be in the discussion we're talking about on longevity. A good longevity example is Larry Fitzgerald versus Calvin Johnson.
Both Hall of Famers, though.
Sure. But, like, if I have to make a distinction, give me the peak and longevity of Larry Fitzgerald, even though I know Calvin Johnson in the time he played was better. But Larry Fitzgerald had a better career because he sustained that level for longer.
Game Dog is killing me, but he's right.
What do you say?
See, that's why you guys put him on my team in the draft. I'll take him. As long as he and Kobe could get along, because I need Kobe in the clubhouse.
You really think they can get along?
No.
I don't.
Listen, I'm not sure Kobe can get along with anybody if he doesn't want to.
I don't know.
I don't know how he's in sales.
Me and Kobe have been vibing lately.
Oh, get off his nuts. Knock it off.
I would never. I'm not a big pecans guy.
Friggin' wow. Really? Now we're last 2 weeks just fawning over Kobe. It's disgusting. And it's not if you can love somebody at their best. It's if you can love them at their worst. Jeez, man. Friggin' nut.
Kobe says Game Dog and I definitely get along. Okay, you guys can be all right in the locker room.
So there's like this thing though. Like, would you argue about Cal Ripken?
No, because I think during a stretch he was the best player at his position in the league for a pretty decent stretch. Also, some of the things that he achieved are historical.
How long do you think Cal Ripken was the best shortstop in the league? You mean in total? Defensively? Offensively?
Yeah, I mean, as a total. I would say, when did he have his first MVP? Like 82? Is that his first MVP?
You're close, if not.
It's in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah. 82, 83. 83, they won the World Series, so maybe it's 83.
Yeah.
But it's in that neighborhood. I would, and okay, so maybe we'll quibble over best, but like where he's certainly not outside the top 3.
That's fine, but he was never the best defensive shortstop ever in his career.
Okay, up until like the Jeter, A-Rod, Nomar revolution.
No, there's this guy that he played with in St. Louis called the Wizard.
No, I'm not.
He wasn't even better defensively than Gary Templeton.
Hold on.
The guy that Ozzie was traded for.
Let me finish. I wasn't talking about defense anymore. I had moved.
And I'm not here to hate on Ripken. I'm just saying, let's keep it a buck.
But here's
does Cal Ripken have 3,000 hits?
It goes both ways, by the way.
Here's what I'm saying, though.
What does besides your
Gary and the Ozzie trade?
What?
Well, I understand they were traded for one another.
Yeah.
What?
I just said it goes both ways.
How do you think trades work, Shane? What are you talking about?
Big both ways guy. Anyway.
He does have 3,000 hits, by the way.
Yeah.
How many?
3,184.
Okay.
So here's my point: is defensively, I'm not going to argue. Like I know Ozzie Smith exists. He was one of my favorites. My point is though,
hits over
until
how many years?
Until Nomar, Jeter, A-Rod, he was the best offensive shortstop ever.
Nomar's the other way of your argument.
Of what?
Super bright burn, not a long time.
Yeah, if you tell me Nomar's not a Hall of Famer, I'm fine.
I'm super like I get mad because I just have lots of case studies.
That's fine. Cal Ripken was the best offensive shortstop for a long time.
Okay.
And I think
not gonna argue that.
top 3 overall.
Not gonna argue that.
So he had that title for close to a decade. Best offensive shortstop in the league and top 3 overall?
I don't know if he's the best offensive. Like, is he a better offensive player than like pick? I'm not gonna say pick one because shortstops didn't hit back then, but Barry Larkin was pretty good.
I'm gonna look at Barry Larkin. I know Barry Larkin.
That's just off the. That's just off the.
I know Barry Larkin was pretty good.
Oh, wait a minute. Joe Good is he's a pup. I appreciate the Barry Larkin reference. Joe Good, I am not a Pete Rose guy.
I'm not either, for a lot of reasons. I mean, Barry Larkin's less than half the home runs, 1,000 less hits.
He played half the years.
Okay, but that goes back to our longevity conversation. And he didn't play half the years. He played a long time. Barry Larkin played 19 years.
Yeah, I know.
Cal Ripken played, let's see here, 21.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about a big difference here. So maybe Barry Larkin's not the best. But like I think you can legit. And you're right, shortstop. That's why I made the distinction with the Nomar Jeter A-Rod era of like shortstops didn't hit a ton during Cal Ripken's era, but he was unequivocally like the best offensive shortstop, I think, for a decade.
Kobe, I'm not out on Pete Rose. I just
I'm out on Pete Rose. I'm not a Pete Rose guy at all. Some of that's
I'm not
his personality, but
I don't really care so much about that.
Yeah, there's some stuff I care about in his history.
Dude, then how can you honk for Walter Payton?
I'm not honking for Walter Payton.
Not a great guy.
Who? At what point have I honked for Walter Payton? I give you a hard time because you dislike him. I'm not honking for Walter Payton.
I don't dislike him. I just don't love him like everybody else.
I don't honk for Walter Payton. That's never happened.
Dude, Jeremy, I'm traumatized over Mondo. Because I watch these we're back to deodorant. And this is my mind pinging. I see advertisements for that brand, and people put it everywhere. It's mildly disgusting.
Mm-hmm. You're not a big fan? I've never.
Have you seen some of the commercials?
Oh, I've seen the commercials. I've never
especially with like the
smelled it or used it or.
Women are like, I'm like, you doing that? I'm not.
Let's
move on.
They're like, what?
Like, it's a masking agent. There's a problem there. Change your diet.
Go to the doctor.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. That's not my thing.
Doctors are important. No, if you need to know why I'm out on Pete Rose, just
where's the foul?
Go to his Wikipedia page. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'll even find the section for you.
No, I'm with you on Trammell. Trammell was nice.
Listen, there was a lot of really good defensive shortstops. I think
Trammell could hit too.
Ripken could hang in there with.
I mean, that's why Sandberg's
that was the
in
thing.
the hall because
that was a
offensively for a second baseman, he was way ahead of his time. So just say that.
Well, yeah, he was way ahead of his time. That's why I can say he was the best offensive shortstop for a decade because he was. Because there wasn't like that was he was revolutionary at the position.
Yeah, I've
size
like
wise,
to explain
offensive wise, like you know what I mean.
Is that why you're out on Bo?
Well,
quick burn,
and I'm not trying to rehash it.
It's not even a quick burn. It wasn't even that bright. He never rushed for 1,000 yards in the NFL.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like it's not just a quick burn.
I'm not.
It also wasn't that bright.
I felt like you were a little
resolute in your stance, but I'm not arguing with you over Bo. I just think you were over the top.
I don't think an argument exists that you can't say his prowess is overrated for what his NFL career was. I'm not talking about talent. I'm not talking about college.
If you told me Bo's not a Hall of Famer, he's not.
I mean, he's not even close. We're not even in the neighborhood of Hall of Famer for NFL Bo. We are not even in the neighborhood of Hall of Fame.
I'm not arguing that.
That was my issue with Bo. It's not his talent or his whatever. It's that the way we talk about him does not match up with what he actually did.
Hey, Hot's really trying to make me like puke. But that see the one in the middle, this arguably one of the worst words in America.
Oh, not your favorite?
No.
It is a weird sounding word.
No.
Like,
Cal Jam, that's funny.
dude, those commercials are wild.
I got to look up Alan Trammell, but I think you're
Alan
Trammell, sorry.
Trammell.
So he's one of those.
Do you know who?
He's one of those guys whose name I
Shane,
read more than
Zip
I.
it.
Yeah.
Who famously had a name very similar to Trammell? Famous role in a movie.
What?
Shane, do you know?
Oh, I should know.
I'll buy you a Hy-Vee meal for $6 out of Ravi's money.
You'll be down to 104. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I might use that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dang,
All right, let me know.
I should know this.
What movie? Can you give me any more?
If I say it, you'll know.
Okay.
You have to be very instinctual if you want to know.
From I got nothing.
Shane?
The actor's name or the character's name?
The character in the movie.
Mm.
Super famous. Actually, it's the only reason people talk about this person.
Who is it?
Have you ever seen Basic Instinct?
No, I haven't.
Her name is Catherine Trammell.
I have not.
But anyway.
Hey, that's the secret.
Carry on, my
Is
wayward
that
son.
Sigourney Weaver?
No, that's the same as that's Andre Johnson and not Roy Manning. Sigourney Weaver?
No, that's Alien. Which one is
That's not even the same type of movie.
It's not even the same genre.
Sharon Stone? Okay.
Yes.
There's like a group of 80s actresses.
She's more of a
And
90s.
they're white. That's beautiful.
That's how you know I'm not racist. It happens with everybody.
No, I definitely know you are. I listened to the first hour yesterday. Definitely. The explanation for your thought process is extremely suspect.
No,
I mean, that was so sus. I can't even believe you stood on business, like 10 toes down.
I stand by that even today.
Well, you and Lee. Lee said he's the same way. And Justin said he was the same way.
Yeah, I think it's because we're right.
By the way, did you like that softball picture?
Yeah, the story was funnier.
Same genre. Yes, genre, Todd. Don't you know what genre is? Yeah, the famous Catherine Trammell. He said, "Is that Sigourney Weaver?"
So
Alan Trammell. I've never heard that. That is great.
So here's part of the
Shane. You're a big Trammell guy too.
Yeah.
Let me see if I. Well, yeah, because that's when
Whitaker.
that's when he used to be a Tigers fan.
Used to be. I still am.
Oh, I get confused with all your team switching.
Hey, was Verlander at 13 mil a steal?
I know they went live with it when they signed him.
That's a big deal, man.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal for the Tigers.
Going home.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, at this
Do y'all
age,
think Dallas Clark belongs in the Hall?
at this age, Sigourney Weaver and Sharon Stone don't look that different. I'm just putting that out there.
Has Sharon Stone had work done?
I don't know, but they both look like white ladies in their 60s. I think they're in their 60s. I didn't check age. I'm just guessing here. Oh, 70s. Sigourney Weaver is 70.
Exactly, KP. Just foul.
Sigourney Weaver 76.
I'm still recovering
Hey,
over.
that's the
I'm
secret.
still recovering over the Mondo thing. I just don't want you to like change the criteria.
No, I'm not changing the criteria.
No, Shane, he's actually so if Shane's new and he's tough. So
Mhm.
I'm just gonna get this out of the way right away. He's super knowledgeable, got strong opinions. He's gonna say some things that piss you off, but he means well. Of course, the good
Good piece of cheese guy. Yeah.
He just asked if you were 14. Shane, actually, one of the things I do enjoy about my almost 40-year-old in a couple of years guy over here, super old soul, super long Rolodex. So you don't have to worry. Like his frame, he's got a good frame of reference.
Also, I'm just gonna be honest. If your only argument is like, "Oh, are you not old enough to have seen this?" I'm probably right. Like if that's what you have to go
I'm
to,
just telling you guys have a lot of the same personality traits.
that's fine.
He's gonna stand on business too.
I'm just saying, if like that is, it's the same thing I argue with Bo. Everybody's argument with Bo Jackson is he's the best athlete I ever saw. The only reason that's the thing you go to is because he doesn't have the stats to back up what you think you saw.
Yeah.
Like if you have to go with he's the best athlete I ever saw, and there's no career to back it up, that's why you go to that. Because you know what I go to on people like Michael Jordan, who also was a phenomenal athlete, by the way? I can be like 6 titles,
Hey,
6 MVPs,
I got it.
whatever.
Time out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a good how's your mind when it comes to a visual?
Decent.
Read what HP said.
Oh no. No, it's gone. Where'd it go? I missed it.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's wild. That is wow. Not surprised. Not surprised, DK.
Shane, we're talking about sports Rolodexes. Like, there's some like he knows I don't like 80s movies and like early 90s movies. Like, I don't.
So to put
Yeah.
person to name.
Yeah.
He brought some bacon up one time that wasn't cut yet. It was like the
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Let's take a break here.
Man.
I feel like we need to exhale.
We went through a lot there. There's a lot going on. It's time to talk to our guy Tim Verghese.
Sharon wasn't in Ghostbusters. She wasn't in Total Recall. Oh, she was in Total Recall. Sorry. Sigourney wasn't in Total Recall.
Yeah, Sigourney's the aliens one, right?
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's trying to crack back, and you're letting him.
No, I have no idea the difference between the two of them. I really don't. There's like 3 of them in that era, and I can't remember who the third one is. That like in my mind are indistinguishable.
All right.
It's like my friend; she can't tell the difference between pineapples and coconuts, even though they're very different. But like in her head, she just like cannot get there. That's Sigourney Weaver, Sharon Stone, and there's one more, and I can't remember who it is. If somebody said the name, I'd know it.
Oh.
It just they all like the wires get crossed in my head.
402 Bone, I apologize. He's behind. Wait till he catches up.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Tim Verghese coming up next here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I think that, it's been a long time coming. I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old, so it's been 18 years of my life now. And to think that, my folk style career in 6 weeks is over, and, competing in Devaney is over now. It's definitely bittersweet, but, it's been a long journey, and I've got to compete with some awesome people, against some awesome people, then with super special teammates like this guy next to me, then like everyone else who's out there not in here right now. So yeah, I'm just super grateful. It's just been such a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to second everything Silas said there. I mean, it was extremely bittersweet, and you think about all the things that you could have done, all the times that I lost here, and all the times that this or that, but those are toxic thoughts, because just as Silas said, being grateful is the most important thing. And I think that the most special thing that has come from being here is all the people that I got to meet, and all the people that made me who I am today. And they don't get the spotlight, and that's what's hard is without Blake Cushing, I'm not Brock Hardy, right? And without guy before me, Chad Redd, I'm not Brock Hardy. And so I feel like this is a great point to have some gratitude for everything that we've been blessed with, and that's when you wrestle best, is when you're grateful.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. We're presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. We are joined now by Tim Verghese from inside Nebraska. Tim, what's going on, buddy? How we doing?
Hey, how we doing?
EV, how are things, man?
Hey, not bad. It's slow. It's Feb. We talked a couple weeks ago about what a slow period kind of looks like for me. I don't think I mentioned this. Credit to the listeners. A couple weeks ago, I asked for some book recommendations. I got some book recommendations, so I've been working through those steadily.
Wait a minute. Are you an audio guy, or do you actually just?
No, I buy the books. I have physical books sitting in on my nightstand.
What are you into right now?
So I just got done with Red Rising, which was a like sci-fi series that a listener put me on to. After I just mentioned I read Dune last year, and very similar vein. And so after reading that one, I'm pretty hooked. I added like the rest of the trilogy to like my next to read list. And now I'm working through some nonfiction stuff. I'm reading a book on the CIA right now, so that's kind of just where my brain is at right now.
Wait, are you a conspiracy theorist guy?
No, I'm a history guy. Like I like reading about it. Like like even like my like the book on CIA. It's all like the CIA operations. Since World War II. Like it's just kind of history than like conspiracy.
Huh.
I do love a good nonfiction. I don't read a lot of fiction books.
You do realize that
like
nonfiction stands for not false, right?
Yeah. I like to read the books that are.
Have you ever listened to your own narratives?
I didn't say I could write a nonfiction book.
Steeped in fiction.
Just because you disagree doesn't mean they're fiction. Tim, do you have any Hall of Fame hot takes?
Oh, I don't know if I do.
Wait a minute. Is Luke Kuechly a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, Luke Kuechly isn't the point. The point. So, Tim, my argument has been, I would like there to be better record keeping of who was great and like the levels of greatness within our sports. I don't think we do a very good job of that with Hall of Fames, especially the Basketball Hall of Fame, which is an abomination. But Luke Kuechly is an example of a guy who was really awesome for a very short period of time, and that feels like a different thing to me than like a Levante David, who's been really awesome for an unreal amount of time. But at the end of the day, they're going to end up getting the same level of recognition historically. That's where I would like something, whether it's, I'm not saying you should keep Luke Kuechly out of the Hall of Fame, but like there needs to be distinctions within the Hall of Fame to say, hey, this was a Burns bright but burn out quick guy versus a, hey, this guy was one of the best players at his position in the league for 15 years. Like those are not the same person.
Yeah, I would somewhat. I mean, the thing with Kuechly is like I think if Kuechly wanted to, he could have done it. As long as he wanted. Like I don't think it was a.
But
I just think he wanted to be done.
But he didn't. That's like the whole. But he didn't. Whatever the reason, whether he physically couldn't.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I absolutely. I think you can only go off what he did, but.
Punch you
like
in the face so bad.
Calvin Johnson didn't want to do it. Like Calvin Johnson probably could have kept doing it too, and he was just like, "Nah, I'm cool."
So you out on Barry because he exceeded the 4-year mark? He was darn near in his prime.
He was the best running back in the league for a decade, though. Like so, his whole time was historical.
Just weird.
His
man.
peak
You're
is so much higher.
You're like,
is Urlacher a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Is Kuechly better than Urlacher?
I think
so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Peak is better than Urlacher. I don't have a problem.
Urlacher wasn't even the best linebacker on his own team, let alone in the league.
Lance Briggs guy.
Yes.
Listen, you want to take Urlacher out? You want to take Urlacher out? I'm cool. Like I'm cool.
I'm just saying, like it's just a weird. It's not even a hill. It's like a little speed bump to die.
Yeah, I think the thing with Kuechly is just like. We've had great linebacker play obviously over the years, but it's just like I think like in terms of like what your look like, they're not 1 for 1 because I think one of these guys is for sure in the Hall of Fame, the other guy is not. But I think in terms of like modern prototypes for the position, I think Andrew Luck and Luke Kuechly. And I think with Kuechly, the play was so elite in the seasons we did see him. I absolutely think that's a guy that like deserves to be the Hall of Fame and because like again, like the Hall of Fame is about just remembering the guys that like it's about remembering the greats, and regardless of what they
Is it though?
That's what I think it is. That's the goal, at least. At least that's the goal. But like, and that's where I think like, okay, like you want Kuechly to be in there, and you want Levante. Like, yeah, ideally you want some distinction, but like you want them both in there at the very least. And I think the thing with Kuechly is like, regardless of the true like the amount of impact he had in terms of years, I think his impact in terms of how we scout the position, evaluate the position, and what we look for from the position, I think that impact is very real, just because of what he brought on the mental side of the game, in addition to the physical tools. He's a freak athlete on top of just again being a football genius.
That's fine. I can be here for all of that, and I don't disagree with any of it. I need a different wing of the Hall of Fame. Give me a short careers wing or something.
Do you know what I mean? Terrell Davis, Gale Sayers.
That's fine.
Do you want it to be position specific?
Sure, yeah, I do.
What's the distinction for a linebacker? If you get 7 good years in the league as an inside guy, you're a dude.
Okay.
Like, what's the cutoff?
Well, somebody smarter than me has to figure out the cutoff. But I do think it is position specific, because a running back longevity is not the same as a wide receiver.
And I agree
right?
with like I think unscientifically it's a 4-year deal for running backs. I don't know what it is for like insides or because there are lots of guys that I think are really, really good that played for a long time that actually get hurt because they played for a long time, even though they were elite, like LaDainian Tomlinson, like Fred Taylor. Like Fred Taylor was one of the greatest running backs I ever watched play as I got into a young adult.
Mm-hmm.
Who talks about Fred Taylor? Fred Taylor was incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
In Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I played against that guy. He wasn't even that well, he was good then, but he wasn't that good then.
Yeah. Not like he was in the NFL.
No, but they had some dudes though. But like that's what I'm saying. I think you have to reestablish what you want it to be. It's if it's a museum, like you're saying, where it's a remembrance of greatness, I think it should be to recognize the guys that were great at whatever they did. I don't know about the whole remembrance thing throws me, and maybe it's a semantics game because I don't want it to be a museum.
That's fine. My only issue
Does that make sense, or am I?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Greatness is too broad of a term, though. Like greatness has.
Yeah, if you're hard-headed.
Well, sure. I'm just saying there's a lot of guys that are not like even same position, same sport, same everything. It's like this guy's in and this guy's in, and there is a huge gap between them, and we don't have any way of distinguishing that within the Hall of Fame. That to me is my biggest issue.
All right, if you get. I don't know if you have a longevity wing.
Sure. Like if you want to say like, hey, Frank Gore,
then you better do it to the good because Emmitt Smith and Frank Gore.
That's what I mean. Like Frank Gore is a great example of like probably doesn't reach a peak of greatness to be in the Hall of Fame, but the longevity at the position is unreal. Right? Same on the opposite side of like a Gale Sayers, where it's like, hey, wasn't able to do it for very long, but the peak that he reached was unreal.
I just think you have to be really, really careful because if you're mad at Kuechly, then you hate Randy Moss.
I don't think so. I think Randy Moss has more longevity than we give him credit for.
Google Randy Moss's great years. Count them up for me.
All right.
We conveniently like over.
He's got some duds. Like I know that. He's got some duds, a lot of duds in the middle. I know that.
I mean, shoot.
Tim, what have you been working on this week?
Just kind of working through the kind of this big
talk
board
about
here
your homework.
Yeah, we missed out on that last week.
That's been brilliant, man. Let's talk D-line.
Yeah. I am okay. So when I was going through this, go ahead.
Let's reset. So I talked about these young guys on Nebraska's radar from a D-line recruiting standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys that are 6'3", 310. You got guys that are 6'4", 265. Right, kind of in this. If you think a guy like Kittrell is going to play defense,
and there's a couple of smaller guys that are a little more explosive. And I asked you a couple weeks ago, I'm like, hey, can you get let's get into this recruiting of the D line. Do you think you can get a gauge of what Nebraska's looking for in the 4-2-5 in terms of how they want to play on their front? What did your homework, which was sensational? Did you only send that to me?
No, it's out. It's out. I sent it out.
Okay, because
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah. So I would say the common trace I think that popped up regardless of this the David Hills were like 6'3", 290, 300 plus, and then you have you mentioned you had Xavier Meads who's kind of smaller, Malik Lee's kind of small. You have like the small, but like I think the common traits that popped up with all of these guys were.
I do think Kittrell's going to play O-line, but
but the common trait that popped up with all of these guys are explosiveness or like quick get off the line of scrimmage, high effort, just like as in like through the whistle. You see pretty early on in their tape high effort plays, and agility. I mean, like I feel like I kept having to write dancing bear on some of these guys because like these are big body like David Hill in particular. Good lord, man, like that is
extremely athletic.
Yeah. To me, that was immediate shades of like, I was immediately thrown back to watching, and he's not the same size, but watching Kenneth Grant's high school tape, watching DJ Sanders, who's now at Texas A&M, watching him at Belleville High School down in Texas, just these big 300 plus pound guys that move on, like just can cover ground, really well. And I think the thing with both of those guys, that I loved on top of just their movement skills is they are run stuffers. And I think the same thing of David watching him. I think he's a guy that already naturally kind of has some of that to him. I think generally when I was going through this, I didn't expect all of the common traits between these guys to be so similar. It is just like, okay, these are guys that get off the line of scrimmage quick. These are guys that again show high effort through like whatever it is. Like with Malik Lee, I think the first clip on his is a like 85-yard interception return as an interior defensive lineman, and he's like moving, and so like you see that David Folo has a play where he is.
I like
He's not a gunner, but man, he is like moving on like punt coverage where like he is like the gunner's here and he is right there. It's like, hey, that's 290 pounds hauling ass 50 yards downfield. So, and there was a couple of these guys on this that are similar. I think you have like some versatility. I would say, DB, what do you think of Stav Bentley? Because I'm really fascinated by him.
So, like, I think I could see him playing in either an even or an odd front. Because an odd front, a lot of times in like 12 personnel, you're a gap short. And I think he's a guy that anytime you can get two guys for one guy for two gaps, I'm a big fan of that as a defensive coach. But he could also play in an even front too, where at some point, depending on how you move, he could command a single. So, I like him. He has really. I know you probably like his twitchiness, like his feet. He looks like he has heavy hands, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When a guy like touches you and he can snap your head back. He looks explosive as a heavy-handed guy.
Yeah. And then there was another one I was going to ask you about. But yeah, like I think the thing with him is going to be like that recruitment as well as just suddenly, kind of taken off. I mean, like again, Nebraska offered, but like Miami, Florida, Georgia, Texas A&M also did. So that's going to be a recruitment. It's going to be
you think
interesting to play out. Wait, say that again.
The order will matter. Because sometimes Nebraska's at least first or second to the party. Like you can't really argue whether you think they win enough for development or like the facts are their talent evaluation seems to be pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on it. And I mean I had this discussion the other day of just like, okay, like in terms of how you evaluate this staff and like again, like I think there's been plenty of hits and misses from the high school ranks, but I think in general, I think the the staff doesn't develop, I feel like you ignore a lot that you've seen over the last 3 years in terms of what this program inherited versus what they've produced. I mean, like again, like on top of just and that's like a broader discussion, but yeah, I think so far. I will say I'm generally encouraged just by the fact that all of these new D line offers and everything they're kind of looking for in this new front, you can see there's like shared traits, even if there's different levels. Like I mean, like a Xavier Meads is a guy I would get very familiar with if I'm a Nebraska fan, just because that's a guy that Corey Brown had a prior relationship with from Miami, Ohio, and then he went in offered, and despite that he's a Louisville native, picking up an offer from Louisville, having Kentucky in the mix. He's really interested in Nebraska. Is already locked in an official visit and is going to be on campus next month. Even a guy like him who is still kind of figuring it out. Like you could see, he gets off the line of scrimmage and just like, oh, this is kind of like a bull in a china shop. Like he's kind of big and out there, but the traits and the tools and what he's doing, you really like. And so he's a guy that needs a little more development than some of these guys, just in terms of, but like the balance is there, the violence is there, effort's there, like the stuff you want is there. You just kind of have to you just have to develop some technique, develop some finesse into his game, because he's kind of just a violent player. But yeah, like even a guy like him who's a little more raw than some of these, even Scott Bentley's a little raw, but there's enough, I think, with all of these guys where you're like, okay, well, I can see where this guy fits in on Nebraska's front. I can see where this guy fits in. I will say the one thing I was interested in, size-wise, a lot of these guys are like, at least in my in opinion, are like kind of 3-tech to strong side DN projections, depending on how they grow. I don't think I'm like circling them as like solely 3-techs or solely.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 and out or 3? You're thinking 3 and out, not 3 and in.
Yeah, there's I think the 3 and in guys are like David and Steve Bentley. I think those are the two on this list that are like 3 and in.
Berriman.
Oh, Dylan, of course. Yeah, the Berriman's, of course. Yeah, going to be like coming in. Like he's going to be Berriman, I think, is just going to be he can play 3, but like I just think relative to what else they have in the room, I think he's going to be a shade.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see what it looks like. Where would you put? Like, I think Jasir is like a 3.
Yeah.
All the way. I think Jasir's a 3 all the way.
And I think they'll be able to play both over and under principles. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like, and the only like it's where your one lines up, weak side, strong side versus over under fronts. But which for me, Tim, leads me to, and this may be too early, because they don't have all their, they don't have obviously the recruits in yet. Nobody's outside of Berriman. But if the question that I've been asking, if you think, first of all, do you think Nebraska? I said this Monday, and I think people took it as I wasn't taking a shot at Braden. I absolutely was not. I think sometimes people's coaching skill sets are suited for different areas, right? Doesn't mean not everybody can coach at all levels, all different kind of personality traits, right? But I said, I think Nebraska's defensive line will be better just because they're a year older and they'll get different coaching in a 4-down. Not a shot at Braden. It's just the facts are
It's a scheme change. It's a scheme change. Yeah.
Right?
Sometimes different voices resonate better.
Do you agree with that premise, first of all?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of these guys within the front, I think, that are better positioned for, or I can see playing a different role in a 4-down front. I think there's a few guys people have even written off that I think have a chance to kind of take a step forward in a new role in a 4-down front. I mean, like I look at guys like, look, we were obviously talking so much about some of these guys along the front about like, like what does Williams look like? What does Riley look like? Like the names we know, but like, okay, example.
Yeah, I could easily see those guys as strong side or weak side ends as edge setters, right? You're automatically better with Winari playing in a 5 or a 7 than you are in a 3. Like,
yep.
So there's that. But then you also introduce guys like Simpson and Terry and younger guys that can play the 1, a shade,
Berryman,
or a 3. Berryman.
Yeah.
Young. I don't love young interior D
I know.
line with a
He's-
heavy workload,
yeah.
but you get what I'm saying, Tim. Like you can with a 4 down.
like Dylan Parrott, maybe.
You can.
That's what I was going to mention. I think Dylan Parrott's a guy that's kind of forgotten in the sense of how we talk about
Well,
this
he
because
came
people.
back for a reason.
Yeah, but like that guy playing
He
like
was almost on
shade.
his way out.
Yeah, but that guy playing like shade, like you can make it work around that if he's just, if he's just there, you can make it work around that. I think there's guys like that on the roster that, we're kind of just not really even talking about in terms of this, like, oh, well, how did they fit on the D? Like Dylan Parrott's one of those guys we're not really talking about where like that guy can work in the rotation and give you quality one text or like shade snaps, and you've got and if you have enough around him, he's going to be perfectly capable of just stuffing right there. He's one I'm curious to see. Where do you? I think we'll need to see it. Like personally, I think we need to see it. Where do you see Malcolm and Tyson fitting in? Or do you think I think Tyson's more of a 1 in my head and Malcolm's more of a 3, but I can see
I agree.
Malcolm in particular working both.
I agree. Malcolm is he's a really good athlete for his size.
Yeah.
And T2 or TNT Tyson is really strong at the point of attack and I think can hold point. I watched him in particular at Bishop Gorman just because the guys that are getting ready are on a different program. So I watched him lift. I watched him move in the weight room. Like he's a big, strong kid. He obviously an undefeated heavyweight wrestler, understands leverage. He's mean-spirited, so he doesn't mind that it's dark and messy in there because when you play on a 4 down and you got to win one-on-ones, like that's the whole key to a 4 down. You have to win one-on-ones. And I think for him, I'm excited to see because he's got really good competitive stamina. And if you can hold point, you give yourself a chance. I don't know about, a redshirt freshman in the Big Ten necessarily, but I do know the change in front allows me to envision exactly what I want to see. Like I look at a guy that I think we're forgetting about is a guy like Ochoa. Like Ochoa now has a true home.
You put him at like a 7
and a 4. Yeah, he could play the weak side in like really anchor down.
Where does like
you know what I mean? So like I can see what's happening by just a front change alone where guys can learn to do one thing really, really, really well.
Yeah.
Opposed to being a multiple slide front. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's going to be – I think it's better for a lot of guys, even if they don't necessarily play significant snaps, having a role and owning that role, whatever that looks like it's not about getting – it's not about like next year. It's not about getting like 25 to 30 really good Jordan Ochoa snaps. It's about getting 10 to 15.
Imagine Petchak as a 5 or a 7.
Yeah, like it's just like it's literally just like, okay, can we get 10 to 15 snaps of Jordan Ochoa? Really good Jordan Ochoa snaps at 7, while we have Cade at 5 or whoever, and like we're just rotating in. And when you take a step back and you look at it, you're like, okay, well, if enough of these guys take a step forward, they do have some depth at both on the interior and at edge.
Yeah, you just introduce new people, right?
Yeah.
Like I can
McGahee,
see a roll up for McGahee. I was just going to say McGahee. Like
when you said Ochoa, I thought McGahee.
I could just imagine McGahee as like an open side end, right?
Yeah.
Like he's going to be strong on the weak side. Like I could just it takes shape for me, and I'm an odd front guy, but it's just because that's what I've coached for so long.
Yeah,
right? But I mean, listen, in 05, we were playing a 4-4, right?
Mhm.
So it's 4-4 cover 3. So it was, I get it when you want to gap people out too, but I can envision what these guys, given their body type, are.
You're right.
So that alone gives puts Nebraska in a position where they can be better than they were a year ago.
I also think it puts
front.
us in a position as people evaluating them that we almost have to start from scratch, even though we've got a lot of the same people in the room.
I think that's important.
Like
That's how I've approached a lot of this.
I don't know how much can carry over from what we think we know.
Tim, do you know what they call that? Do you want the theme?
Go ahead.
Tabula rasa. Clean slate. Clean slate. Start from scratch. No preconceived notions. Tabula rasa. There's an episode of Chicago PD. It's our theme for West Side. Tabula rasa. Clean slate.
Pretty good.
Right?
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that's where I just in general, I think when we talk about this, like I have had this discussion a few places this week of just like, okay, when you look back on the 23 class, for example, kind of think you have to take a lot of I think a lot of people look at like, okay, well, all these guys are in year 3 now. What do we learned about the staff and what they can do? And they look at the 23 class and they're like, it's not great. Like, I think you have to keep in mind as we move forward too that like a lot of that class was put together so quickly and so just kind of like, they're coming from the NFL to back down. It's like they had this existing board of guys, and of the guys that they did hit on, it's like, okay, yeah, like Prince Will, they didn't really hit on it here, but they knew what they were looking for. In general, there's a give and take of like, okay, did you get the eval right? Or did you mess up the development? Did you what happened here? Like even Riley Van Poppel's a guy that coming out of high school, there was a lot around Texas. It was like a lot of the in-state schools were,
right?
yeah, and they were like hesitant on him because they were like, okay, where does he fit in? Is he a low lineman? Is he a D lineman? Like, what's his ultimate ceiling? Nebraska fully kind of banked on him as a D lineman, took him and developed him. We've seen flashes of a good player, and if he takes another step forward, like I just think there's a lot when we come out of year 3 and you look back on development, and there's a lot of like, oh well, this guy in the 23 class didn't do this guy didn't do that, and it's like there's a lot that's been written off, and it's like, one, don't write these guys off if they're still in the program. Development is you should have learned the lesson from Ty Robinson. It's like, as long as they have eligibility, development's never done. But the second part of this is, I think when you eval this staff and eval like their ability to develop and identify talent, you just kind of have to, unfair or not, kind of not junk it, but you kind of have to junk the 23 class because it was something that was put together so last minute. The process isn't the same like it was for 24, 25, 26, and beyond, where I think specifically these last 2 cycles, their words of we're operating like a top 25 team and their actions have matched. The first 2 seasons, or at least the first season, the first recruiting cycle, and very early on in what they were doing in 24, I don't think the words of we want to recruit and operate like a top 25 team actually matched the actions of what they were doing on the recruiting trail, at least to be a top 25 team in the Big Ten. I think they adjusted and learned, but there had to be that adjustment period. And I just kind of think when you look at this, the 24 class should be the first true recruiting class you evaluate with the staff. And it's very incomplete because a lot of these guys have not even hit year 3 yet.
Which is interesting because Tyler Knox going to put himself in position to play. Barrett Liebentritt played when he was healthy. Fleeks played. Billy Kemp played. Ben Scott played. Chief Borders played before he left. MJ Sherman was really good.
Yeah,
Jacob Hood was hurt. Collier didn't work out. Gilbert, legendary story. Judy played. We didn't love him. Jeff Sims played. We didn't love him. Alvano, no. Maciejczak we thought was going to be good. Jeremiah Charles got a chance to play. Who else? Ives got a chance to play. Lloyd out. Boodle out. Mason Goldman. Sledge got a chance to play. Fields gone. Knutson, we'll see. Dylan Rogers all of a sudden looks better. And this
I like Dylan Rogers.
No Kai Wall and no Vincent Carroll Jackson, who, by the way, wanted to come back. That dirty little secret. Gunnar Gatula got a chance to play. Noonan out. Doss is obviously out. Bell's still there. Nation gone. Cam Linhart all of a sudden. And a 4-down.
Yeah, has a chance. Yep.
A lot more sense.
Makes a lot more sense. Brian Popple makes a lot more sense. No Princewell. And listen, Coleman's on his 3rd school. So I don't know if it's as bad as we make it, Tim. There'll still be some interesting case studies.
Yeah, I think when we come out of it,
even if I'm not being myopic, I'm just like guys that are going to be in the hunt.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things where I think again, like a lot of those guys in there are just like
And
kind of written
that
off.
was a top 30 class.
Yeah, I do forget about that.
Like we forget.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, damn, be the facts, right?
Who needs facts when you have narratives?
I'm just. And 2024 really gets good. I think.
Yeah. Like there's some lands in 24 where it's like, okay, like we're not done. Like there's guys in that class specifically too. I'm like, okay, well the story's not necessarily done on those guys, and you can't write them. I mean, I think it's silly to
Barney
write it off.
Benning
Yeah.
going to play. Shaver's playing. Keona Davis out. McGahee's going to play. Keelan Smith going to play. Gibson Pyle is like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Daniel Kalen, which was one of the sneakier portal gets. Amari Sanders and Tarver. There's a reason Tarver came back, right? Quinn Clark is there. Makai Nelson's going to have a chance to start. Ingerson's going to play. Like
Guthrie, Jones, Jones that thought of this.
Like I don't know. I mean, we're pretty.
Isn't Makai in that class?
Nelson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makai's in 24 class.
I mean,
Guthrie's playing already.
They got what they needed to out of Genatone.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe my glass does stay half full, but
it's I just think we need to take another look, especially if you do go with the tabula rasa.
Yeah, I think in general it's been a lot of like, and even like, okay, like I just thought it was very silly when people were like, okay, yeah, Keona could hit the portal. What has he done for us? And Miami was like happily like, yeah, come here, Keona. Guys, you have to like. I view football, and I thought most people did too, in college football in particular, as a developmental sport. As like, look, I'm in it. I'm invested in like what we see from these guys in high school and what they like, how different they look 3-4 years down the line. And I thought that was the reason a lot of other people watch the sport or like really love the sport was like the development part of this. But like, and I get it, we're in the portal era. There's a lot like it's hard to be patient, but like, I just don't get the sense there's that patience anymore from fan bases to let guys develop, to let guys be like, okay, well, yeah, like he's incomplete right now, but like, think about what this experience will mean for him in 2-3 years and what this could look like in 2-3 years. And you could say that about a number of guys. But instead, it's just like, why is he out there? What is his coaching staff doing? What is happening here? Why is this like, why is, again, like you just saw. Again, I'm not saying the decision to not go after running back is right. I still think they could have gone after running back. I'm not here to argue that. But you just saw a coaching staff believe in a guy, develop a guy, and turn him into a first-team All-American and a surefire draft pick at the position. And they brought in a guy that they believe in a whole lot in Makai Nelson, that they moved a lot and they did a lot to bring that guy in. And you're just like, well, no, I'm good. I haven't seen it yet, so I just don't think it's going to happen. Well, yeah, he's in his second year. Like he's a young player. But now it's on him to kind of take that step forward. And like I don't think I can be, after what we just saw from Emma Johnson, I don't think I can just be like, well, okay, EJ doesn't know what he's doing. Why is he turning this room over to these two young guys?
Well, it's because we don't give EJ Barthel any credit for what happened.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I mean, that's just in general. I've like tried to hammer that when people are like, "Oh, he needs to move on." It's like, well, if you like this 27 class, then he needs to stay around. If you want this 27 class, if you like you guys mentioned Trey. Beyond Trey's not here yet, so I get that. If Claude Mpuma is the best left tackle this program has brought in terms of like an athlete and a prospect. The best left tackle this program has brought in since Elijah Pritchett. But out of the high school ranks, it's been quite a time since they brought in a guy that looks like that moves like that. They don't do that without EJ Bartel. They don't finish that out with the coaching changes along the offensive line without EJ Bartel. So,
it's interesting. I had, it's very intentional, like the heads that I use up front here. And so on Monday, we didn't get to it because I can't remember. It just turned into one of those explosive first hours again, which gets away from us. But I had Dana Holgerson and Emmett Johnson on the stage. And I always ask Ravi if he can kind of guess, kind of what the theme is. And that day, we didn't get to it until the day after. I said that day, the theme was, can we separate those two from each other's success, right? Because we were really down on the offensive line, and EJ was only good because of EJ. And at first, EJ was only good because of Dana Holgerson. And I'm thinking, well, none of those things are really true, especially even in a vacuum, right? Because EJ didn't only play because of Dana. Otherwise, we wouldn't have seen Ramir Johnson so much in the bowl game, right? It wasn't just Dana saying, oh, I'm the only one that thinks EJ is a good running back. Like, Emmett still took some time to get ready to go, because what we forget, we're very, very quick to give Dana credit, all the credit, and he should get some. But Emmett also got in the portal in that offseason. So how'd we get him back if it was if his success was only because Dana found him, right? And I'm a Holgerson guy. That story or that narrative it's just too much. You know what I mean? Like, it's because it's not true. You know what I mean? Like, EJ has to get credit for a lot of EJ's development and perseverance and in terms of being where he is too. You know what I mean? Like, they're not independent of each other.
No, not at all. And you look at, I mean, just look at the player like Emmett Johnson, the player that started the 24, like, you know, we saw early on in 2024, what we saw by the end of 2024. Then we saw at the beginning of 2025 with the
right? It's like, we didn't get Marty Brown, and Marty's my guy. I don't know about the running back room going into this year. We were so down on it, but yet the coaches don't get development for it.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and like, but just like, and yet, like, the Emmett the player, I don't think you could watch. You can't just say Emmett Johnson became this because Dana Holgerson identified his talent and put him to the top of the depth chart and just kept giving him the ball. No, because the Emmett Johnson we saw at the top of 2024, and even the Emmett Johnson we saw at the top of 2025, is not the Emmett Johnson we saw at the very end of 2025.
By the middle or end.
By the year, like that last month and a half, like the final stretch of the season, like the development, the steps forward he took as a player.
Learning to press the point of attack before busy behind the line of scrimmage, reading duo, understanding the difference between duo and inside zone. Like, that's development. Like,
that's coaching. Yeah, that's coaching.
That's coaching. There's just no other way around it. And I'm not honking for EJ Barthel, but I'm just saying, like, we're just disingenuous because we don't think a guy recruits big fish, or whatever the reason we don't like him. But like, Dowdell left better than we got him. It's like Kenneth Williams is doing what he's doing in the return game because of the development, was doing what he was doing in the return game before.
Yeah, Kenneth Williams didn't have Michigan State.
He started out as a running back.
Kenneth Williams, Michigan State opportunities before he got to Nebraska.
Yeah, and it's like, I know Kenneth talked to EJ in season about even when he was going to lose the return job. It was like, hey, listen, like, that's EJ, that's Coach Barthel's influence. Like, that's not made up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tim, what else we got coming up? And we gotta let you go here, but anything? Well,
how we got to assume Tim's busy? He's reading books.
I know. I gotta let him get back to his education on CIA.
Are you a breakfast guy, TV? Like,
yeah, I'm a breakfast guy. I mean, that's just kind of like, especially with the like, sometimes how the day just kind of works out for me. Like, sometimes it's like I get nothing really happens sometimes in the mornings besides, you know, I have my shows now in the morning, but I join you guys in the morning. But between, like, you know, I'm up typically by like 7 usually, and so it's like 6:37, and so for me, it's like that first hour or so. It's like I try to stay off the screen. I try to eat a big breakfast because it may be like 5 to 6 hours until I get like the time to step away and get another meal in me. So, but yeah, basically, I like to get a big breakfast in. What's up?
Like to cook?
I do. Yeah, I don't cook breakfast. I'm too lazy for that. Like, I'll make, you know, I make eggs. I make, you know, but I'm a yogurt. I'm an eggs. I'm a you know, like, I mix things up in there too, on breakfast. But like, mainly for cooking, like I do dinners. I do like lunches. Like, I mix it up.
A lunch is the one thing I don't eat. What's your go-to breakfast protein?
Ooh, yogurt.
I'll take it because I do mixed Greek yogurt in my
In your eggs, right?
My eggs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's yogurt. I mix in yogurt, like I say, oikos, or I do kefir. I've been on a big kefir kick the last couple months of just like I'll just get bottles and bottles and drink them. Um, but
Oh,
yeah, that's been my morning.
really? That's an acquired taste.
It is. It took me 2 weeks to acquire the taste, and once I got it, I was like, okay, I'm good. You have to do the flavored one. I would recommend I can't do the plain. It just even with yogurt, I can't really do if I'm doing plain yogurt, I gotta mix in a whole lot in there.
There's a guy that I follow that does at-home workouts.
Mhm.
Big kefir guy. I'm like, okay, what? But I'm open. Like, what's the safe flavor?
The safe flavor, for me, it's been mango.
No.
Because if you don't like mango, then it's done. Yeah.
Okay. Tim, you're my guy. I love good mango.
Yes, me too.
Mango is horrific. And drinks that try to go the mango route, man, the margin of error is like, is there another fruit on the planet where there's such a distinct difference between good and bad, other than maybe pineapple?
Ooh, yeah.
Pineapple, but yeah, no, like a bad. Ooh, yeah,
A
a bad
bad
mango is real
mango
bad.
It's like it tastes literally like potting soil.
So
Yeah.
I do know what potting soil
I don't mean
tastes
the
like.
actual fruit, but in terms of things that are flavored like this, there is a huge variance in watermelon flavored things. Like some of them are good and some of them are horrific.
Yeah, but no, like mango, I think it's across like the fruit and the flavoring because like I don't know if you had like true bad mango, just like like not like whatever. It's like if it's good, it's like it's sweet, it's got a good texture, like all of that.
Ooh,
But if it's bad, it's like a shitty texture and it just tastes bad. Like it's just like it's really pulpy and it's stringy and it's just like it's so variable. Like, but yeah, no, mango and strawberry are the two. Like, there's a strawberry one as well, which is a little more safer. I would say if you're looking for a more like recognizable and consistent flavoring, there's strawberry that works for me as well.
Kobe wants us to not breeze past the fact that DB just said he knows what potting soil tastes like.
Long story.
Tim, we appreciate the time as always. Great stuff. We'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate you guys. We'll talk next week.
Man.
Let's take a quick break here. That's Tim Verghese from inside Nebraska. Make sure you check out his stuff.
I get comfy, man. Sometimes I say, things I probably am gonna regret.
Well, we're in the tree of trust.
Give me like a year.
I'd like to think so, but then there's always the Kobe.
Give me like a year.
That I ate the potting soil?
Yeah.
2021.
Okay.
Too old for that?
Well, a little.
It's a backstory.
To be fair, though, so I used to know some geologists. One of the things they do to figure out what's in things is taste. Like, that's one of their go-tos. So, like, they taste the dirt. They'll, like, lick a rock. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So you're just doing it the scientific way.
I didn't see the backside of what I was eating.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
It's never mind.
We'll take a quick break. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla.
The blue was intentional. The potting soil was an accident.
Hurrdat Sports Live.
Well, we threw it to Jamarcus, and we was going to get downhill. We had 4.1 seconds, which means 4 dribbles. We work on that stuff, obviously, a lot in our late game. And, Jamarcus driving down, he had it going. Jamarcus hit a couple shots for us, made a couple really good plays in overtime, so we put the ball in his hands and trusted him to make the right play. Everything, Robin. I mean, that's what you do after these games. That's what we do after wins is, you build on the things that you did well, and you work on the things that we struggled with in that particular game. Tonight, obviously, it's turnovers. It's offensive rebounds. 21 offensive rebounds, 14 turnovers. I'm not great at math, but I think that's 35 extra opportunities for that team, and that's too many. I mean, obviously, this is a team that was projected to win the league. Again, we showed what we're capable of, but you got to play a complete 40-minute game.
I think it's big, especially being at our home field, just being outside, the background. I mean, there's so much that could play into it, and it's just good to see the ball outside, feel the wind. You kind of my approach maybe change a little bit with the wind, but it's good to get outside and just play with the sun. Including myself, I feel like there's a bunch of transfers, just people that have been around the game for a while. And so, just you going around in the locker room, talking to everyone, just hearing their knowledge, just kind of tells you that, they know the game really well. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we kind of practiced against. Our scout guys are the same way, and they're bigger, faster, stronger sometimes, and so we get good practice at it. I think now we just need to take it personal, and obviously Maryland's known for that kind of stuff, and so just being able to kind of get back doors, try and make them respect that we can score at all three levels, and I think moving forward, I think that'll be something that'll help us with that. Yeah, I just think we need to grow, and that looks like a lot of different things. I think we need to be self-accountable, we need to hold each other accountable, and then just watch the film, take what we need to do, look at the good things we did and build on those, but then I just think it's crunch time and we need to figure out what's going on to make us lose, I guess, or not give us the best chance, and I think we really need to focus on that and flip the switch. Obviously, it's all fun and games until you're in this stretch and you go 0-3, and so I think we just really need to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out what's going on, what toughness plays we need to make, how we need to get more gritty on the boards, on the floor, all things like that.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill, reminding you, give our friends over at Next Gen Male Medical a call. They are the best in the biz. No matter what you're feeling, if you're feeling a little bit off, man, woman, whatever your issues are.
Did they put them in the aisle?
Well, no children, though. I think you got to be a certain age to get some of the treatments there.
What about aptitude-wise?
Well, I don't think they're doing IQ tests or anything. They didn't for us, but maybe we got special treatment. I don't know.
Although Nick did say, I think I'm going to have you talk to Julie. I was like, well, I think I'm wearing him out.
They got a staff psychologist for you or something? What is that? Well, you said you went up here and then you said talk to Julie. I don't know.
Yeah, but she's like the expert in.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man.
Why did it have to be mental?
Because you went like this. What am I supposed to go from there? You point.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
If you gone like this, I've been like cardiologist.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You've been like this.
A-Train, I screenshot X my Twitter account every day.
But give him a call, 402-614-9700.
I will be there today.
What are you talking to Julie about? You're never moving back to Wednesdays. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. What are you talking to Julie about?
I can't get back to Wednesdays for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, because you won't go back to Thursdays.
That's not that I won't.
You haven't.
Stuff happens.
Evans,
I'm working on getting it back. A-Train. They are at least they're letting me know they're aware of the situation.
Evan says, I didn't see the backside of what I was eating. That's why I'm here.
Wait.
That's the thing that you said when you were talking about the potting soil. You go, I didn't see the backside of what I was eating.
We're so childish.
That's Evan. That's your guy.
Is that what I said?
You did. Yeah. Yeah.
You know how you just.
I understood. In context, it made sense.
It's fine.
But our crew here, sometimes they take things out of content. T-Mac says, don't be looking at backsides.
Oh, so I did say it. Do I need my glasses?
Big Shots Golf says, that's not potting soil if it's coming from the backside of anything.
Oh.
Alex says,
okay, I get it.
Alex says, I stayed looking at backsides.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. It was a combo grow on jalapeno, green pepper, and growing our own. And I wanted to I was a little overzealous.
So I don't know if you want to do this during Black History Month or not, but here we are. Heath says, honorary Black History Month member, our Ginger Heath says, is the way to fix the NBA All-Star game going blacks versus whites? If they get the Eastern Europeans, the whites might actually have a shot.
So I can't just say things and we just can't move on.
I had moved on, but the chat would not allow it. I was going to let it slide, like Rob Thomas.
I don't even want to let this. I went to school with a Rob Thomas. Ran track.
Is he also the lead singer of Matchbox 20?
I know the group. Give me a song.
Let it slide. That's Rob Thomas. What's another Matchbox 20 song, Shane?
I know Matchbox 20.
Are they the 3 a.m. and you were lonely? I mean,
Yeah.
3 a.m. and I'm still lonely.
Yep, that's Matchbox 20.
Oh, that could be my theme song.
Yeah, you're always up at 3 a.m.
Zip it, Marty. I've already admitted that. You're like the double down guy. Is that how you'd play blackjack? Like I say something, I just want to move off of it, and you go and get it.
Yeah.
Let it breathe.
Woosah?
Lee, I thought of you last night. I sent the guys in the group chat a picture of our old softball team.
Oh, was he on that? Oh, was he in there?
Brendan?
I know Brendan was in there. I didn't know if Lee was.
No, for Lee,
gotcha.
Brendan was in the picture. And you notice the only female in the picture?
Yeah, who was that?
That was Holbein's girlfriend.
Oh, there you go.
And she could flat out swing it.
I figured since
she threw javelin, she was a track and field guy.
Yeah. I figured since there was only
sorry.
one female in the softball picture that she had to bring something to the table in terms of ability.
Why would I compost goat poop?
A lot of people will do that.
I don't even own any goats.
I don't either. Not a big goat guy.
I almost said I like lamb, and that's not even the right animal.
Similar, though. They're in the neighborhood.
No, that's about as bad as the Sigourney Weaver, Sharon Stone thing. No, don't lump me into that.
They both have hooves.
What?
Hooves.
Ravi.
Hooves.
Like cloven hooves?
Cloven hooves.
Yeah, that's what it's called when they got the little,
I understand. I just think you're weird. What'd you get on the ACT? And don't fudge the number.
34.
God, you're a dummy. Standardized tests are for idiots.
Standardized tests are in my wheelhouse.
Huh.
My people were born for this.
How'd you get a 34?
I'm pretty smart. I know you think I'm dumb, but I'm pretty smart.
Wow. 34, huh?
Also, for whatever reason,
it would be Europeans too, by the way. It wouldn't be.
That's what I said. If they get Eastern Europeans, the whites have a chance.
Do you think they discern?
I don't think they would discern.
I think they do.
Oh, you don't think they would get the Eastern Europeans?
Yeah, I don't think Zugic would be like, hey, I'm white.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I think
you can't do that.
I think for the purposes of the All-Star game, you'd have to, though, to make it competitive.
What do you have against Austin Reeves?
There's just not enough American whites at that level in the NBA right now. You've got Con Knipple and Austin Reeves, and that's it. Chet.
What about Aquaman?
Wait, which one's Aquaman?
The Enforcer.
Steve Adams?
Thank you.
Oh, Steven Adams? No, he's not good. He's Australian.
What about
he's from New Zealand.
What about the little headband guy that I like, whose uncle is at North White Pond?
Little headband guy?
He was a Bull. Was a Laker.
Oh, Caruso.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking Luca over Caruso, if that's the question.
Trying to think of another.
I mean, at this rate, Dougie McBuckets might still make the squad. They might have bring Kyle Korver out of retirement. No, you'd have to in order to have a good game, you'd have to include the Europeans.
Jason Momoa, he's Aquaman, by the way. He's the only Aquaman.
Steven Adams looks like Jason Momoa. That was the thing. It's fine.
This isn't even. I want you to
Sharon
know.
Stone.
I want you to know.
Sigourney Weaver.
I know.
Susan Sarandon.
I no longer consider this a safe place.
You feel super safe.
These glasses got stretched.
I didn't do the potting soil thing. I want to make that clear.
I'm just talking. I don't think we needed to harp on that.
I want to make that clear.
It's fine.
So are we counting Australians but not Europeans?
I'm not.
Or New Zealanders, I guess. Steven Adamson's from New Zealand, even though he went to college at Wyoming.
Giving myself a timeout.
I'm just saying, if they got Jokic and Luka, watch out. Here we go. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We'll be back with Mike Sautter here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
Yeah, it's bittersweet. I think that, it's been I guess a long time coming. I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old, so it's been 18 years of my life now. And to think that, my folk style career in 6 weeks is over, and, competing in Devaney is over now. It's definitely bittersweet, but, it's been a long journey, and I've got to compete with some awesome people, against some awesome people, then with super special teammates like this guy next to me, then, like everyone else who's out there not in here right now. So, yeah, I'm just super grateful. It's just been such a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to second everything Silas said there. I mean, it was extremely bittersweet, and you think about all the things that you could have done, all the times that I lost here, and all the times that, this or that, but those are toxic thoughts, because, just as Silas said, being grateful is the most important thing. And, I think that the most special thing that has come from being here is all the people that, I've got to meet, and all the people that made me who I am today. And they don't get the spotlight. And that's what's hard is, without Blake Cushing, I'm not Brock Hardy, right? And, without guy before me, Chad Redd, I'm not Brock Hardy. And so I feel like this is a great point to have some gratitude for everything that we've been blessed with. And that's when you wrestle best, is when you're grateful.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Childress can make a chicken throw a strike, so just having him is really important, and having him have that electric stuff is super cool to see. And I mean, he's going to come out and throw, possibly hit 100, and he knows where it's going now, so it's special to see for sure. I'm super excited. Obviously, towards the end of the year, kind of picked it up. Kind of found myself again. So yeah, just like maintaining the weight, maintaining my body. My arm feels great. Head's in a good spot, so that's kind of the most important thing right now. I think everything's been the same, but my fastball been something I kind of don't fall true to, is staying behind my fastball, and that's kind of what I've honed in on, is just staying behind my fastball and let that sort of induce vertical break. For those people that know that is.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Mike Sautter.
Yeah.
Mike Sautter.
Oh, man, you're going to put me on the spot.
Mike Sautter.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Mike Sautter from Hurrdat Sports and NebPreps. Mike, what's going on, man? How we doing?
I'm doing all right. Man, I was not ready for that Matt picture up there today. Damon?
What, Matt? Oh, I know.
I actually had a tough day yesterday, and I drove by, and I was like, you know what? That guy would tell me to.
Dude, I had a brutal day on Wednesday, and I went to go see. Megan's going to get sick of me. But I know she's there on Wednesdays, and I pawned it off as needing some eggs. So I've been there 6 Wednesdays in a row.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And I think she, for as much as Verghese talked about being a tough guy, Megan's tougher.
Because I can. You hear me?
Now I can. It was
Shane,
cutting
fix
out
my mic. Hey, do you know what, Sautter? Which is going to be the coolest thing ever. She's going on the Chicago Cubs opening day trip.
Yeah, good. She should. Yeah, with her kids. Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I'm concerned for Cash. Hopefully Max has a game. I am concerned for Cash though.
Yeah.
They got a 5. They're on a 5:20 flight. They probably landed in Scottsdale.
Wow. Yeah, that's early.
They're ready for Husker baseball.
It seems like it's way too early for that.
As in honor of Black History Month, I put Verghese on Ravi's side because Verghese had golf. And I took Roy Manning and Jeep Wade. I had to make light. You were going to make me emotional. I'm not trying to go there this morning.
No, that's fine. I just, I drove by and his Bronco was there. I was like, man, he would tell me to.
I think they found a buyer.
Oh, sweet. That's good. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, we're good. It's Friday. Yeah. Are you super stinential? What's nits?
What? What was that? Say that again.
Listen, Jerome, it is so. This is what the chat now does to me.
Yeah.
Anything that I say can and will be held against me.
Absolutely.
I almost have to make light of anything because even when I'm serious, I get smoked.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I'm just trying to say very little. So yeah, are you super stinentious?
Oh no! Why would I be about
the 13th? I was just curious.
Oh, Friday. Oh yeah, it is Friday the 13th. No, I don't care about that.
I always forget when that happens. I'm just like, oh, it's just Friday. They're like, oh, it's a thing to some people.
Now, let me tell you, I might need to get to the card maker store or something and buy something for my wife. It's
not even a real holiday. It's fine. Just tell her you love her every day. Cook for her. Can you
I
cook?
Still gotta buy a card or something. Like, I totally forgot about it. So until right now. So
until you realized today was the 13th.
Yeah. So your boy's in trouble.
Nope, doesn't listen to the show.
Oh, it's a weekend. You got time.
Yeah, I got a little time today after availability. I can just
go
run by
cinnamon and rolls for the girls tomorrow for breakfast and accidentally stumble into a card and you'll be late to the party. So there'll only be like 7 cards and she's going to open it and be like, happy Valentine's Day to my best friend. And she's going to be, wait, this is pretty generic. And you're in your head, you're going to be like, oh, that's all that was left. What that was, you're my bestie. And she's going to be like, oh, see, I just gave you the script. See, that's how it goes.
Well, cinnamon rolls actually were this morning. So.
Where's your go-to?
No, we made them. Made them not from scratch. Just made them out of
Pillsbury dough canister.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, Leighton, my oldest, made them. So
does she unpeel the canister or does she like put them out?
No, it's a peeler. She's an unpeeler. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and does she? So do they pull apart easily enough for her to not need a utensil?
I didn't watch that closely. She's 9. She's got it. She knows what to do. She's
send
grown.
that $3.75. Get the baking sheet, the paper. Knock yourself out, old dog. I know.
Yeah, she's grown. She can handle it.
I'm
She
almost
can
39, and I'm pretty iffy about the oven. I'm just like, I don't know.
She's 9.
She's
got it. Okay.
She can read. Like she knows how to.
Hey,
You got that coffee on, Leighton? That a girl.
What's the ETA on my bacon and eggs? What are we doing here? Come on, running late.
If she could crack an egg properly right now, she could probably make some eggs.
He said she's 9.
She's got it.
Does she do the frosting or whatever?
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm?
Good for her. Did you get her an easy bake as a? I almost said as a child, but considering
still
she's
9.
it's pertinent. Did you get her an easy bake way back when she was a kid at like 5?
Man, you know I'm not paying for something like that. No, hell no.
Facebook Market.
No, and I ain't going on that to find anything.
Really?
Nah, it's a little sketchy.
You get easy you get easy bake oven for like $40 apparently. I just Googled it.
Oh yeah, we didn't. I wasn't.
That's not crazy for like a present for a
said
kid.
9.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know how much kids' presents are supposed to cost. So I'm not. I'll back out here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Ravi, real secret, Ravi.
Yeah,
I don't know how much they cost either.
I appreciate the tree of trust here.
Oh, it works for you, but not for me.
Listen, I can't control the chat. What do you want me to do?
Dude, this week has been like Silence of the Lambs for your boy. I just been getting slaughtered.
Well, okay, Damon, I have a question for you.
I have a question for you, Sautter, too.
How has life been without Twitter?
It is very sus.
Oh.
So I lost it on January 21st. Not that I remember.
You've got like the dates down?
Yeah.
Oof.
And the first week, it was cool because there was like drama going on.
Yeah.
And people were just kind of being idiots. And, the trade. There was just a lot going on. But now I'm like, I can't even express my opinions. And I'm so weak. It's like, maybe nobody cares anyway. Maybe nobody cares what I have to think on social media.
You had like 50,000 followers, so somebody cared. That's a pretty easy.
Jerome, I'm traumatized. I'm not even going to hold you. I am.
But isn't it like a little bit of a cleansing, though? You're just kind of
like the first 10 days. Now I want people to know that I'm mad about something stupid that was done in sports.
You can like get it back,
clean,
right?
Like, I'm clean now.
I'm trying.
He's working on it. He's working on it.
Dude, I screenshot him every day, and I'm like, "Hey, give me back my original email." You know what they do? Like every 4 days, they tell me what the email is and to change the password. I'm like, "Hey, numbnutsies, that's not my email." You notice it's the fourth one you've given me. They're changing it.
Lock them out. Give me back the other one, please.
I'm just tired of being asked to vote for you for some podcast award thing that I don't know.
I got 74 texts. My man Fo Woodard was like, "Hey, is this you?"
Nah,
not me.
Don't do it, Fo Woodard.
Go back to coaching those T-Birds.
Mm.
Yeah. Rezak, hey, is this you? Just double checking. I want to help you out if I can. Nope, not me, DJ.
Pretty sure if it was me, I would just text
you. Yesterday. Hey, DB, is this you? But he got hacked too.
He got hacked. Yes, I saw that. Yeah, because I got a DM from him about a podcast. I was like, I didn't know this dude.
So it's the podcast. Everybody got caught with the podcast.
Yeah, your boy.
It's hard when you know people that actually do podcasts. Like that makes it tricky.
Yeah, that's why I voted for Ben Harstock. Look what I Shut up, Jerome. It's not that funny.
If you got caught.
If DJ wants to help us out, I've got some suggestions. He could.
You're not my friend. Hey, before we get to like the current high school, I do have a question about former because you covered this.
Should we ask him about the All-Star game?
In time.
Okay.
Jeez, impatient soul, you.
I just want to make sure we didn't forget about it.
Before we get to the All, I don't know shit about the All-Star game. I heard there's
No, this is a hypothetical.
You don't have to.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
hypothetical.
I heard it's a world versus USA thing. I don't know nothing about that right now. Anyway, go ahead.
Although the world would probably win.
We're trying to fix the format.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're chomping at the bit because you have joke Tourette's.
So I believe this originally was put out there by Nick Wright, but Heath brought it to our attention in the chat. In order to fix the All-Star game and get guys to play hard.
Well, you forgot the fact that Heath introduced himself as an honorary ginger.
Yes.
So he thinks he'd get to play with the brothers.
Heath is a ginger.
Because I'd invite him to the cookout.
So his friends that are African-American said that he gets to celebrate Black History Month, which I think gave him a little leeway here on the suggestion.
Creative license.
He said if you make the game blacks versus whites, those guys would play their ass off. And for the first time, if you included Eastern Europeans, the whites might have a fighting chance. Thoughts?
It's true. Like, I think that's probably correct.
So off the top of that little thin melon you've got going on, would there be enough for a third team, like a mini circuit, to do biracials? Could you do white skins and it's white Europeans or Europeans? Because they don't get Wemby, right?
You say Eastern.
No, Wemby goes on the black team. Wemby's black.
Yeah.
All right. So
European doesn't matter. It's we're going on black or white here. So like,
would you go Eastern Europeans versus like?
Are there enough for a third team?
I don't
know they like the whole tournament format now.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think there's enough.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd have to take like LaMelo.
Yeah, you'd have to take those guys. No, I'm not sure.
By the way,
I'm just making an assumption.
Yeah.
And AD is hurt all the time, so probably wouldn't.
Wait, is he part of that crew?
Wait, is he? No, he's not. Never mind. Sorry.
I think he's just light skinned.
I don't know. I feel like this could go really off the rails, so I'm just gonna be quiet.
It's Robbie's fault. I was trying to stay on par.
It's not my fault. I was talking to Heath.
So, see, big BCD guy over here.
I'm not trying to get clipped out on talking about. Nope. Nope.
I just want to ask you though, in all sincerity, down there at the Shriners Children's Classic in Clearwater, how cool is it to see Alexis doing her thing?
Pretty cool actually. Like she,
this stuff is sensational.
She's, in high school she was pretty awesome. But she just threw it hard by people.
Water has a couple of molecules, hydrogens, and some. Yeah, Mike, I know it's wet. She's pretty sweet in high school.
Yeah. So, her addition of not just trying to throw it by people is kind of pretty impressive. So, yeah.
I mean, like she's getting good run early on the bump, which I think they're 1A combo. If she develops, that's a nice little two-ski.
Here's something too. She can hit.
Oh, I know.
Like she really can. Her first ever game. I think I maybe have told this story before. Her first ever game in high school at Gretna. I saw her because everyone's like, "Hey, you need to go check out this, freshman and whatever." I'm like, "Okay, I'll show up." Yeah. Top of the first 2 strikeouts. First at bat. Smokes one left center over the fence. I'm like, okay, I think she's probably going to be pretty good. So, yeah.
Baghdad breaks. You know what I like about her? Like she fits in with kind of that softball culture, obviously, because she kind of low key talks reckless too. Like she gives
super intense.
Yeah.
Like she's a heavy metal, hard rock, like old school stuff. Like. That's how she gets down with the pregame music.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, you're not getting that everywhere. That's why I like the fact you covered this. You covered high school softball. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Somebody has to.
Oh God, you are doing so well. You're doing so well. Black History Month celebrate. All right. Who's the best team in the state in Class A?
Oh, I thought you were going to say overall.
No,
One of 5
next week or after this.
One of 5 probably. Can I say that? I can't. I don't know.
Everybody else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there is like a one.
Was the best win Prep hammering Southwest or Westside going to the Stangs and doing work in the last 8 days?
Oh, I was like, well,
or is there a better one? I'll get to Scott Norris. I'm just talking class.
Bellevue West beating Southwest, maybe that's a pretty significant win for them, like momentum wise.
Ask you something about Southwest. Do they need a particular matchup?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there are things that they have now shown they struggle with.
Yeah, absolutely. They need it. They need a good matchup. They need to just a team that doesn't have a bunch of size, a team that doesn't have a guy that can match the Twins' athleticism like Bryce Johnson did the other night. He played fantastic against them. So, like that's the matchup has to be right for them. I do like South. I mean, they're clearly, one of the teams to talk about. I don't know, Prep, man, like
that was super impressive. Do you know about Josh on a TikTok?
Prep admissions stuff.
And he was like kicking this marker board and it turned into a hand and he grabbed the marker and he wrote on the dry erase board, "Be a junior J." I was like, go, Josh. Like, you're funny, actually. Like, show your personality.
He did not make that TikTok, let me tell you.
I can't even believe he agreed to it, but it was great.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about like Lukey. People think he's just this gruff, whatever. No, he's funny as hell. He's a great dude. Like people that don't know him like think some type of way. I don't know. They're playing pretty well. And like,
want to know something? He was like my first, as Ravi would say, good piece of cheese guy. We would be going to practice and stuff for indoor. This dude would kill me. Super sarcastic, DB, but we were around each other all the time, and I was like, for some reason, even though he's not nice to me, I love this guy. And now it's like that was 20-some years ago.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I think he's hilarious.
So the one key for them is obviously don't have
Gladiator on rewind with me.
Nice.
Incessantly.
Tubrick, not Tommy or John, is he's getting buckets right now. So he had 23 and 21. So he averaged 22 points last week, and he missed like 5 shots in 2 games.
So what option is he in that offense, do you think?
1, 2, 3.
I say third.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Their third scoring option, like that's a legit team.
Yeah, they're good. And doing it, they're injured too right now. Like they're banged up. Like that's not, that ain't good because against Miller North kind of was like, hey, we're taking it to you. So everybody's beating everybody, and it's kind of weird. It's not weird. It's great. It's fun. It's gonna make the district finals awesome.
Did you agree with coaches' rankings?
What'd you say?
Did you agree with the coaches' rankings?
So how it worked, because as the person that puts together the coaches poll,
I had no idea. Thank you for
how it worked. It was a tie actually between Westside and Southwest this week, and to break the tie, to break the tie. The first tiebreaker is what they're ranked last week, and so that's how we break a tie.
So not head to head, huh?
That's the first tiebreaker, isn't it?
Oh, it's fine. I'm not arguing. Yeah, I just was getting clarity.
Yeah. So it's in full transparency, that's how it works. So yeah, they each got I have the spreadsheet right here. They each got 29 or 27 points last week. And then Miller North and North Star actually were tied at 23 points.
North Star's had an interesting last couple of 10 days. In or out on North Star in the middle of March?
I'm still in. I think there's enough length and athleticism and stuff there, and their zone is something. I'm still in on them. I think they're going to be fine.
So they're 1 of 5.
Yep. So
we're gonna go West Side, and no, this is in no order.
Yeah, right. I'm just
Prep, West Side, Southwest, Millard North, and North Star are the 5.
Yeah, I think those 5
What
can
about
win.
Bell West?
I think those 5 can win a state championship, and I think your Papillions, Bell West, Papio South. Papio South's on a major heater right now, winning.
Yep.
We talked about it last week.
Owen, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I think that next group, like, the 2 Papios, Bell West, Southeast, Central, Westview, like, could make the state tournament, be scary enough to make a semifinal.
Levi Webb probably in the discussion for most underappreciated for what he does, because there are a few that come to mind.
Yeah, probably. I'd probably maybe
see this coming.
Levi?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of because last year he kind of came on as a secondary scoring option.
Yeah, but now he's doing it against somebody other than Westside.
Yeah, and he did. And this summer, just watching them as much, I guess, in the summer as I kind of did Monday night stuff and whatever, you knew that, like, he was gonna take any shot he wanted and all that stuff from him. So, like, you knew he was gonna be getting some buckets, and he has. So, but I underrated. I don't know. Bryce Johnson's probably in there.
I agree. I think he goes in that discussion. Elite level defender.
And athlete, athleticism, shooting, he doesn't shoot it great, like from 3 or whatever, but if he gets to the rim, you're good luck. Like, you're not really doing much with that. Shoot. Guy, this is weird because he's been a name for a while. Just not talked about enough is Emery Geddick.
Oh, he's sensational.
No, but like, he's not in the,
he has the coolest parents in the continental U.S. too. Like, his dad, absolute gem.
I feel like no one talks about him as much, So that's like a name. And Kobe Myers, Millard South's probably a guy like that. Is getting buckets, scoring.
Really good.
He's always in the cut.
All right. So we got 1 of 5.
Let me ask you this question, Sautter. Here, I think, or tell me who you think has had the biggest gap between who they were the beginning of the season and who you think they are now.
Oh, I got one.
Wow.
I
think there's a clear cut.
I think I know. I think I have an idea where your answer is going to go, but I'm curious.
I think there's a clear cut.
Yeah, let's keep Class A, boys. Biggest gap between who they were, not who you thought they were, who they were early in the season, and who they are now.
Probably Papio South.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying.
100%.
I thought you might say Bellevue West.
Yeah, I kind of always, for me, just watching them and knowing their, roster and stuff, I always thought they'd be in that like 7, 8, 9, like group, that 6, 7, 8, 9 group with a chance to push ahead of that. Just because they lost, so much size and stuff last year, or the last 2 years. Papio South's the one that they took some lumps early and it was like, whoa, maybe this isn't working. And now they've turned it around. So that's the one. Yeah.
I asked you, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I said, for as good as they are as a number 2 team, they're flying under the radar. That was Scott. Mm-hmm. Your response immediately was, well, that's because Norris is really good. Mm-hmm. And I agreed with that. And then last week happened. Not surprised or surprised in the manner in which Scott did it?
I'm not surprised Scott won at all.
I'm not either, but how they did it was
the George Zebo is
you're not gonna hold Norris down like that too often.
Right. And George is their guy, and Shane Holland actually defended him really well, I guess. So Yeah, defensively, that's what Coach Juergens does, and he's really good at it. And those guys, they're rounding into form on that side of it, right? Like even look at last year's team, like Dylan Van Dyke. That dude wasn't scoring 12 or 10 or 8, but he was going to defend you. So yeah, Scott has guys like at Linderman and those guys did a really good job defensively, and that's what it is. I mean, Norris's week this week is ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah, they got Elkhorn North tonight.
Yeah.
That's a fun little hey, just had to play Scott. Let's go play Elkhorn North now.
Yeah, Elkhorn North tonight, and then tomorrow they play Scotts Bluff in the Heartland Hoops Classic in Grand Island. Like
is that where you're at this weekend, the Heartland Hoops Classic?
No, Huskers tomorrow at noon, so I won't be making
I'm proud of you because I know the Heartland Classic is your baby.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to be torn.
Yeah, and I will say I did kind of look at it and I was like, all right, if I can get out of Lincoln by
what time can I get to Grand Island by?
It's only 40 minutes. I mean,
yeah, I did really look at it like, okay, I think I could make the last 2 games of the Heartland Hoops Classic. Like I was like, I think I might be able to do it. And then I was like, I've also been gone a lot and it's Valentine's Day and my wife might kill me if I do that. So, I mean, she's used to it though. Like, let's face it, that's what I've done it before. But the third to last game tomorrow at the Heartland Hoops Classic, that's the game. That's maybe the game of the year for sure. Is in Class C1 with Ogallala and Ashland Greenwood playing each other, both undefeated. I mean, that's the game of the day tomorrow.
Okay, so Jerome, what do you make of, because the schedules just came out and it was all the to-do, right? I mean, coach is chomping at the bit. I was excited to see we open with prep. There's so many out-of-state matchups, which I think is cool. Can I ask you about the emerging Class Bs and the high-end Bs coming up to A's? What's your sentiment on the Elkhorn Norths and kind of the emerging Bs as NSA is kind of integrating the classes? If you want to just take a second to explain it.
Yeah, you mean when you say emerging, you mean the emerging district?
Yes.
You made? Okay. All right. Yep. I have thoughts. I think Bennington and Elkhorn North will be just fine in Class A.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to be an issue whatsoever. Because the middle / bottom of Class A is not great at the current moment. So I think they're going to be just fine. Elkhorn North. So Bennington's going to go back to B after the new school opens, which will be 27. 27, yes.
Okay.
But they have to play this 2-year cycle, right? So they have to just be up for the 2. And then Elkhorn North, I think, they're just in A, forever, right? They're just going to continue to be in Class A, which is fine. As long as they get some cell service in the gym, that'd be great. But
I retired from coaching. Their gear is the first one I'm going to buy. I'm just like,
it's sweet. Actually, I talked to Coach Stanley.
I pawn that off as why I'm wearing Elkhorn North gear, but
I just root for people.
I saw one of their guys at Elkhorn.
The color scheme is awesome.
I saw one of the guys that had some gear on it next gen.
Yeah,
Jerome, and I was like, "Oh, I can't control myself." I was like, "Oh my, I don't know you. I love your gear." Okay, I'm going in next gen now. Hopefully, they were good for you too.
Is it? Whoa.
Sweet hat and a quarter zip, and I was like, "Oh, I."
Is it? You were like, I can't control myself. The Wisconsin W just keeps pulling me back in.
Not the Wisconsin W.
No, Elkhorn North, I think they'll be great. I talked to Coach Stanley the other day, actually trying to get him in my 7-on-7 tournament, June 19th and 20th at Bellevue West, by the way. We're doing that again, if you didn't know. So they'll be fine. The emerging district, it's the idea of it is really good, right? Like it's these teams that they're trying to get kids to stay out for football and give them confidence and win and play against each other and all that. But at the same time, that means the first 5 games of the year for the schools in those districts don't mean squat.
Yeah.
Like because your wild card points don't matter at all, because the only way that those teams that are in that Class B emerging district can make state is if they win the district, and then they're the 16th seed, automatic 16th seed in Class B, and we kind of know how that goes most of the time.
How do you think that affects scheduling, though?
I don't know if it really did. I think he just treated it like it was another district.
Okay.
Right? Like, I don't know. I did see Nate last night at the Omaha men's basketball game, and
so I feel terrible. He has a red X by his name. He must have called at some point, and I have no idea when.
Yeah, he seemed like I just talked to him very briefly, like 10 seconds probably. He seemed like he was relieved that the schedule was over. The scheduling piece was done, and obviously thought it was really cool. I complimented him, honestly. I thought he did a great job. Like week 9's been kind of like like could be potentially be like not great. Now week 9 is like a deal.
Oh, it's a deal for us.
Well, yeah, for sure, you guys. But I'm saying like there's more of those. Another key thing is like,
because it used to just be like a Class B thing because their schedules were so backloaded with those districts.
Yeah. So now it's kind of fun. And then the 8-man like kickoff classic thing, that's sweet. Like I wish we'd do more of stuff like that with football, like a couple games in one day on a Saturday or something, and all that. Like that's pretty sweet that they did that in Grand Island, and that Grand Island Senior High is willing to host it. So 3 8-man games in one day on a Saturday in Grand Island, kind of fun. It's kind of a neat, fun deal. And all the out-of-state stuff, that takes a lot more work than people think of, just like calling somebody, right? Like there's a lot more going on there. So I compliment everyone for getting that done. I think those are great. And even getting rivalries back, like Norfolk Catholic Pierce hasn't played since 2017. Like they should probably play, right? So things like that are what I thought were pretty cool.
Yeah, week 1 we open with the Junior Jays.
Yeah, and I like that. I think it's kind of fun. Like maybe not fun for you, but I think that's sweet.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
It's a new challenge for us. We're a little on the young side. They're not. They have the good group that I like.
From like 2 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Linemen.
It's right where we need to be to get us dialed in the off season.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, prep.
Yeah. Doesn't take much to keep you focused.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Jerome, we could potentially start 4 sophomores. So for us, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But Justin Parrish is a big guy. He's developing.
Still just a junior.
Yeah, I know.
That freshman team is gonna serve us well. That's Micah. That's Parrish. That's Jacob Overmeyer. Those guys are.
Here's the question. Well, never mind. You brought up freshman.
Noonan is in that class. Like those guys are good.
Yeah. When does the freshman schedule come out? When does the 9th schedule come out? I need to get on that.
Dude, I have no idea. Dude, wait.
Sautter, where are you at tonight?
Where?
You child. This is one of your better segments, and you just.
I don't know. I don't.
Knock it off.
Sautter, where are you at tonight?
Yeah.
My game of the week is at Fort Calhoun, Raymond Central girls, Fort Calhoun girls game, 5:30 at Fort Calhoun. And I think teams have a total of 3 combined losses. Raymond Central plays a little 1-3-1. So we'll see if Fort Calhoun can continue their run here of having a great season under Coach Jones, who, by the way, was an assistant coach or a GA at Doane like long time ago, and is a really good dude and has done a good job. So, but they got to figure out that 1-3-1 of Raymond Central. And then I don't think there's anything I can get to quick enough, like on a boys game after leaving Fort Calhoun, right? Like,
I got something you can get to quick.
No second halves.
We're boys, right? You kind of live in the same general vicinity as me. Why don't you grab some gizzards to go from the Fort Bar in Fort Calhoun? I'll meet you.
Gizzards?
Dude, they do good fried gizzards.
I mean, you got to text me and remind me because I'll probably forget because I got to run to Lincoln right now and then come back and do all that. Yeah.
I'm not important enough. It's fine.
No, wow. I said text me and remind me. You want me to put a alert in my phone here? Calendar alert, like an alarm. Get Gizzards.
Damon Gizzards. That's funny. Hey,
Damon Gizzards at 8 p.m. or whatever.
Last thing from me for Nebraska. I've heard everything from 5-2 to 6-1 to 4-3. Not that you have to extrapolate on the final 7 for Nebraska. And it's a huge weekend with these yahoos in town. My phone is going bonkers. That's just why I'm going to sit my little brown behind in Omaha tonight.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Even though, never mind. Like, I grew up with Boone. Okay, so what do you like to have happen? It's a pretty tough schedule outside of everybody but Illinois. What do you think Nebraska's thinking besides win the next one?
I think they're thinking win the next one because I think that's all they've thought about all year.
Okay.
Like they have been so one game at a time focused all year. And I think that's just kind of what they do. I mean, did you see what Northwestern did to Michigan the other night? Almost, should have maybe.
How Michigan ended up winning that by double.
Yeah.
So I'm in the group text. I'm like, you guys, like, what is this score? If you just look at box scores, it's going to look so lopsided. Northwestern controlled 34 minutes of that game.
Yeah, I was
lose by double digits.
Yeah, and I even said, I forget, I was talking to my wife, and I was like, Michigan, because we were watching it a little bit, and I was like, Michigan is gonna win by 20, and they should have lost. And it looks it looks bad, but Northwestern's still good. I just don't know about coming in after the Purdue loss and the start and the way the first half happened on Tuesday. I would hate to be Northwestern tomorrow. I don't think that's going to go well for them. I do think Tuesday is potentially a loss at Iowa. Even though I do think Nebraska is better than Iowa, I just think the road game there and the first time Price is back and golly, the mental toughness that kid's going to need to have on Tuesday night is going to have to be off the charts.
Yeah. I wish Iowa was before Northwestern because coming off of Purdue, knowing Price,
yeah,
somebody's going to have to pay.
Yeah. Well, and then I do think like Penn State, Maryland, I think they go probably 5-2 down the stretch here. Maybe 6-1. 5-2, 6-1, right in there. And the one, if they can beat Iowa at Iowa on Tuesday, I think that's huge.
Do you think split Iowa, split LA?
Yeah, I think
I'm just excited for a Mick Cronin press conference. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I think you split Iowa, split the LA trip, and UCLA is playing really good right now. Like even though their coach is insufferable, like easily one of the most insufferable people. Like if you don't want to be there, just find it. Someone else will hire you. Like
at some point, SC's going to get Baker Mazzara back, right?
Yeah, and SC's good.
Woods and Arenas.
Yeah, SC's good. Like they're really good. So they're talented. Their roster is talented. They're talented. Yes. Their roster is talented. So I think if you split that, you're fine. No one's going to catch Michigan, and so you're not going to win the regular season Big Ten, I don't think. And really, you just want to be like, if you can be in the top 4, that'd be sweet, because then you
got to stay in the top 4. You got to stay in the top.
Yeah.
To Northwestern, yeah, that would help a lot. All right, Sautter, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some high school hoops tonight. Enjoy Nebraska tomorrow, and we will talk to you next week.
Hey, you know what? You guys have a great day.
Thanks, bro.
You too.
Yeah.
Have fun at all the hoops.
Yeah, bye.
See ya. Don't forget to get a card for your wife.
Yeah,
yeah, bye.
Maybe flowers over a card.
Set an alarm for that, actually. There we go.
Maybe flowers over a card.
I'm just gonna tell you, gizzards greater than flowers.
Yeah. Get her some fried gizzards, Sautter. That would
Can I sleep on which one of your guys' couch can I sleep on then if that happens?
If you like a leather one, I got a pretty nice leather one in the living room.
Not mine, because I keep that bad boy occupied. You're good.
Also, Bella just pooped on his couch a couple days ago. You probably don't want to
Whoa.
I don't want to
All right. Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you, Mike.